Your voice, my tired, it's so static, you embrace it in planet, hypocrite. I beg to differ, my people, if it's not correct, we go talk up so. From 9 o'clock till 12 midnight, we sitting here, we ready to fight. No palaver, no fear inside. Truth must talk, we not go hide. What Mr. Johnson, bring that sense. Ready, better, return of sense. I must write it up, yeah. Anthony W. Gates really make it think fair. Claudia speak, strong woman, yeah. If you wrong, she go say, Leader G, how this side, Omi County, we the life. Kimba people, we are ready. Ambassa, steady, steady. From bush to town, from market to yard. If the matter strong, we hit it hard. If the thing not straight, we go talk now. If they hide up too, we go bring up. If you work small, pull yourself on stick. If they hide it through, we go bring up.
Oh yes, and of course I'll say this evening here on top 105.3. Let me say good evening and welcome wherever you are joining us from this wonderful time. And this is our letter welcome you to the program. I beg today for here on top 105.3. So keep it stated, don't you go the way. By 10 o'clock this evening, we will be joining our panelists on the show here at Beg to Differ. Yeah, so let's keep doing this together. Very shortly, we're going to open the phone line to hear from you. What is it that you want to talk about tonight, or what's on your mind that you want to talk about, so you can be able to get the opportunity and speak here. And also, what are some new developments taking place in your various towns and villages, or challenges you guys are going through that you want to flag out. You also have to say here on the radio. So we just take our theme song for about 30 seconds, and then we come back to give you our phone line. So tonight, like I said, about 10, our panelists will be here with us, and then we continue the show. So by now, should have been Abraham Cooper being here, but Abraham is not around, so we have to still do the first segment here. So we're going to have you on. Yeah, we're going to have you on, give you a time where you will call in and then make a point or the thing you want to talk about. Yeah, then you go ahead and talk it here this evening, and we all can talk about it. So if you dare, just drop in your comments, tell us where you're joining us from, and we're going to recognize you wheresoever you watching us from. Internet we can laugh. All right, so so that's it, my people. We'll keep our things on rolling small, and then from there we'll come back. Yeah.
Liberia, my people like Taibo. Top FM 105.3, we on the air. Leader, shout, Sheku Koroma.
All right, so that's it, folks. We'll hold it there. That this wonderful evening that we're here on top 105.3. Let's see quickly. Let's have our phone line set up here. See what I can pick up calls to hear from our listening audience this wonderful time. Yeah. So the line is open 0776105105 881143504 0776105105 881143504. At the number supported through here this wonderful evening going to be part of the show. I beg to differ for the first segment. This is where we hear from you to know why exactly is happening or what are new things taking place in your various towns and villages. Yeah, it's about time that we hear from you to know what challenges you guys are going through. Like maybe other towns have a water issue, other people have a school problem. Today we also got a good news from the Konabo district, where the road building to Tembobola. Those of you been going that way, yourself see that road. And it's a shorter road because if you take from Ziatam to that Tembobola and from Ziatam to Zwedio, it's very far. So mean that I think I'm going to be easy now. Maybe people just run to Arcos, purchase their goods, and be back the same day. So we learned today that Honorable Marie Johnson broke ground for the road rehabilitation from the Ziatan to Tembo Bola. Yeah, which of course is welcoming. At least our lawmakers are doing something like you listened to Honorable Jeremiah Gao Sokan yesterday here on the show. Also, uh, there are 36 community that will be electrified very soon here in Israel to give all that beautiful feel that yes, we live in a city. Yeah, because every queer hole that you enter in, you see quarry. So maybe people there that on Sandal Road, Bodeville, and those are not closer to the road, all of you will be getting quarry. Yeah. So quarry not going to be only on Deswa Street, the city or community, or the main front view. No, it's also going to be extending behind. Yeah, so that's a good thing. Our people are at least they are trying now. And tomorrow, if they leave power, will still point out something. So, Marie Johnson, like I said, she programmed today for the road rehabilitations from Ziatan to Temobola. If you see that road, those of you been going there now, you say, even if you're on bar, if the people are not clean that particular area, a bush alone can be slapping your tail, you can reach. But we'll pick up this first caller. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Good evening. You're near. Where do you join us from?
Thank you. I'm George Popa calling with Mazayo.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I want to appreciate Honorable Jeremiah Gausokan for making us to feel that we have representative in this District 1, Gedeh County. These are the things that we want. We pray to God that God give him more life to do more for us. And also, I would like to say thanks also to the Honorable Marie Johnson for doing the same on that side. You know, the two leaders that we produce, yeah, they make it all to feel happy. And by the grace of God, we ask God to give them more life so that we continue to make us happy. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for being part of the show. So keep listening. 0776105105 881143504 0776105105 881143504. Let's say you're on the phone line here this wonderful evening on top 105.3. What is it tonight that you want to talk about? It's about time that you put in your call and let's hear from you. What are some challenges you guys are going through in your community, in your town, maybe in your village? There are other things that you are facing challenges with. It's about time that you bring it up and let us discuss together, right? Yeah, it's about time you bring it up and then we discuss together. So the phone line is open 0776105105 881143504. For the WhatsApp line is the last number. Our orange also the WhatsApp line. So you just call on the orange. You're going to be live here on the show at that today for 0776105105. If our orange number also the WhatsApp number. So for the loan start is 881143504, and you will have to say here this wonderful time here on this radio hour. So let's hear from you quickly. The line is open. Like I said, you can put in your calls and what you want to talk about. Yeah, you can go ahead and talk this evening. What are some things that you want to stretch out? You can still talk about it, but I would say await your calls. Let me just quickly try to inform you on dates, and then we also speak about the whole issues of transportation in Gedeh right now. So, yeah, we'll also talk about it. So while we're talking, you can still put in your call to a PTR. So for those of you from the, let's pick up this person first. Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, I'm Nathaniel Bowo. calling from Portland, Gedeh County.
I sport town this evening.
Uh, Portland is quite well. Send us opening job being here. And that's interaction with some other family members just left.
Right.
Besides that, Portland is calm. Okay. Our interest on three issues.
Okay.
Firstly, I want to extend my thanks and appreciation to Honorable Spoker for a kind gesture of the electrification within District Number 1 through the key populated area. That's a very bold step being taken by him. And we pray that the Lord will guide us so that the project will come to immediate operation. So that I believe Sano will also included. They imagine Sano Road there where they had the ministerial code. And there they are only using generator. So if that may be electrified by the Liberian Electricity Corporation, it's very grateful for all the citizens. I also want to extend my thanks and appreciation for the Honorable Spelling Representative, Madam Johnson. If they are doing this thing, it will help.
Sure.
These are some steps to be taken to help our brother and sister to be able to get a farm connected road to be able to bring our product in town for sale. So I want to thank God, and that will not be only for that road alone. There are many roads that are disconnected due to bad roads. Lastly, yesterday, our group that came to get some air view on your top FM. I'm talking about the PGAA, Grand Gedeh Association in America.
Yeah.
That they are taking on a very great modern project to be constructing stadium, basketball court, volleyball court, etc. But they are appealing to the citizens to help them so they can do some clearing. What I want to know from the representative, clearing the bush, is it forest? If yes, can the citizen brush out forest? How about the machine? Because I think as moving machine will be needed to do the work than using manual means. So if the representative has spoke last on your show, they will be listening, all the partners they are listening because they took part on the program last night, but none of them asked questions how the citizen was going to help. And if they're not machine supposed to do such a work. So that's my concern. Thank you very much for having me on your show.
Thank you so much for being part of the show. So the senator, I mean, say the representative left the line before we could post in last night. So, but they are trying their possible. Maybe they will reach it out to him also. Yeah, maybe they'll reach it out to him, and then he will see what to do there. But that's it. It's also a welcoming tool that will have that area because from the video I see. It will have that structure being built at the Grand Gedeh University College campus. It's going to be a good area against, and maybe people can go have a time in the evening hour and be back. Yeah, so we are living the modern world things are changing. We hope to see all of these things happening in Grand Gedeh County. These are things that make our city a beautiful area. So thank you always for following from Portland. You always follow our show. I much appreciate you for your listening role play. So folks, if you are still there, put in your calls and let's hear from you. 0776105105 881-1435-04. You're going to be live tonight here on Top 105.3. The name is Alexander Dro. We're going to be here with you up to 10 o'clock 10 our panel is going to be joining us, so I'm going to be here up to tomorrow morning. So let's just keep doing this together until our panelists can join us on the show. They will keep start the whole show here this evening. Yeah, so for those of you from Kunabo, Chien, Zoni, Kunabo, Canabelle, Grio, and Tuawo, if you are interested in learning a computer, you can just find me here at top 105.3 or just call my cell number 776 105 0770 567 is my number. If you from Chien Zoni, Kane, Grio, and Tuawo, Kunabo itself, you can contact me. I'm going to have a name on the listing. So if you're interested in learning computer, just contact me or reach here at top 105.3 or either search for Alexander Duewulu on Facebook and send me your information. I'll have your name down. So it's just there for those who are interested in learning a computer. So if you're interested in learning computer from Ponebo, Chienzone, Canon, Grio, and Tuavo, just contact Alexander Duewulu, and then I can have the information submitted to somebody else. So if you're interested, you can contact me. So folks, one of the things I want for us to look at tonight, while we await your call, is the issues of transportation costs now. As we are aware that the government gives a specific, sale price for gasoline in Ghana. For those who sell it on the street, even to a gas station, or they give specific price for Grand Gedeh here in Zweju is $1,030. However, it's still 1,100, which of course is not still bad. But I was circulating into honesty. The issue of gas price going up, it doesn't change anything to say even a short distance by this time now, people still pay $100. I don't think it's a good sign for us. Yeah, I don't think it's good for us. So we need to at least look at the living conditions of our people, the day-to-day activities that people do. Even before then, gas price go up. That this is not the first time in Sveju or in Grand Gedeh that gas price is going up. People will not still pay short distance $100. Before then, you guys say the gas is 1,400, gas 1,300. And your president made the announcement that because of the gasoline price going up, so short distance that used to be $50 will also go to $100. And distance that used to go for $100 will either go for $150 or $200. Now the gasoline price down 1,100, meaning that you buy a half gallon for $5.50. What I said, you guys are still charging $100 for short distance. It was gas price. So gas price down while still holding the price up to $100 short distance. For me, I see it like, exploiting our people. We shouldn't just look for a small thing to be an opportunity for us and start taking money from people. Minus that particular $50 for that's something you can say make your money. You can say make your daily report. So why will we say gas price up and then maybe somebody living from City Hall to First, they say $100. Somebody living from City Hall to the Triangle, you say $100. If you just get on back, maybe from the Triangle itself to the fee, they say $100. Why? If the gas price is 1,100 in Sveju. This is not the first time they selling gas 1,100. Thing was still the same. You're still used to carry people for the $50 a day. So I think we need to change now. Send the gas price down to 1,100. You should change the price now. Short distance should come back to the normal stage, and then those are people that travel long distance, left maybe living from FE, you want to go to the community college, they are $100. Even from here, yeah, it would be good at that. But then it's still the same for me. It's not good. Send the president saying when to come out to speak about the whole issue. Since the gas price go down, the PRO say they're going through channels and other things. If the town reaches, they will talk. Everything stay the same. Your guys continues to charge people $100 for short distance, which of course don't satisfy some people. Even me, it don't satisfy me. Because I can tell you, say, I living from those street on the fee and tell me, say, bring $100. I would prefer walking from that those street to the FE. So, Mr. Aaron Siafa, you say you're going to low after, we're still looking up to you to come out, but you need to talk to your guys. The gas price down, let all prices drop. You stop. There is somebody short distance, they pay $100. So let's see people watching us, let's recognize them tonight. So for the line is open, right? If you want to make a point, you can just call on. But let's see people that are watching us, let's try to recognize them. Those of you watching. So folks, if you're there, you can just place a call on 0776 105 105 881 14 3504. We pick up this person. Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Good evening. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Your name. Where do you join us from?
Thank you. This is the Agnes Tapper. I'm calling you from a Baptist community.
Mr. Tapper, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Let me say good evening to Grand Gedeh and good evening to librarians. I just want to speak on the controversial, Facebook information that we've been showing since yesterday and today. And that line between Representative Sokan and Zoe.
Mm-hmm.
You can initiate for something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you not somebody will play a game on you, I'm not in favor of Zoe or neither Sokan, Representative Sokan. But there's the issue. The followers sometimes they say critical analysis is very important in society. When you see something's going on, they're like you and myself go on a farm, and we find a signal. And I tell you, say this signal we found, no matter you totally know, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the entry of the town, you just come to Omar, that's something I give you. To you and myself, who they will believe. But I told all go on a farm, who they will believe. Are you there?
Go ahead, Mr. Tapper.
Meaning they will believe in you than me.
Mm-hmm.
Because the reason they will believe in you, it is you who presented this to our mom.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm not trying to say here is, what are the both of them negotiated with the government, national government, since hello? Hello? Yeah, but the feedback. Yeah, so what I'm trying to say right now is probably both of them, they were having close contact and all of this stuff, right? But the stage is reached on right now. We should be able to know who brought those materials to our people. And one thing I've listened to Representative Sokan yesterday, he said he spent $50,000 United States dollars. Now, if this money is his own personal money for his own pocket, nobody responded to that question or to this answer. So we should be able to know, yes, if the poll that is coming, it is a helping hand to the district development fund, we should be aware.
Okay.
But it was, if you go back to his video, he said he spent 50,000 US to do transportation and all of those stuff. So we should know whether that is personal money or that money is from the development council account, because he has his own development council account. And funds that go to them, how people use government funding, be aware. So there are places we got our leader. Yes, it's true, we're receiving those things. Thank you. But the 50,000 now, it is your own pocket money or it is the people money. But there's no clarity to that. After hitting development, I really appreciate him for what he stands for. And but the good thing should be done. Because I saw other people attacking Zoe Prince, Rufus Deku poster and say the government did no. So if this process, it was true, the two, the same leaders of Grand Gedeh, and somebody took that glory, we should be able to know that somebody was honored to that was calling those people. But when our individuals end on negotiation, they let be aware. Because they send lobbying. So even when I send letter to you, I can still go to somebody and say, Mama, I send letter to these people, oh, please, I beg you, join me, let me calling them. That's a negotiation. So that is my concern.
All right. Thank you, Johannes Apple, for being part of this.
Thank you. Thank you.
So one of these days the truth will still come out, but the fact is, I don't follow back Doku for if something, but then before when he posted say thanks to Honorable Jeremiah Galsoka and Senator Zoe Manuel Peno, after appreciating two of them for the particular LEC poll and why we are talking about, he went back on that particular page and deleted a post. So maybe something went wrong. So one of these, the both of them will come out and say the truth. But for me, what we need here is development. So whether so-called pocket money, the government money, all we need is development. It should be somebody who the rich man will know to help you. So whether you get a job, you have a contact. So it can be the both of them effort through the government, and then when they pass through, the people of Grand Gedeh just need development, and we should welcome it. That's all. So if you get to know that if the government money or the county development fund money, everything is let the development be done and carry out well. So like I said, the line is open, put your calls in, let's hear from you, but we'll also go there. Let me see. Yeah, let's recognize people that are watching us too online, right? Yeah. So Arche George also following us live. Say good evening, I'm watching you live from Manterecon Community Wrestling. Thanks so much, Arche George. And let me see this person. Please just follow that. I'm going to pick you on. This person is William Debbie Wu, the Liberian Civil Rights Movement official spokesperson. Good evening, brother. Thanks so much, my dear brother, for watching us. Let's see this person, Mamadou Timo Bari. Say good evening. Good evening, Mamadou. And let's go to this person. It's Fred Debbie Doers. I'm watching you live from Putu, Galowole Town, Putu Administrative District, Grand Gedeh County. Who's there? This person. Okay, D. Hannes Tapper, we just left the lamp. So I'm watching you from a daily surviving center in Bafti community. Thanks so much. So folks, those of you watching that still do the same, right? Just drop in your comments and then we will read out to you. The lines open 0776 105 105 881 14 3504. 0776 105 105 881 14 3504. Let's hear from you this wonderful evening. The lines open. It's about time that you put in your calls and let's hear from you. 10 o'clock will be joining our panelists here on the show I beg today for. So what is it tonight you want to talk about? It's about time that you put in your calls and let's hear from you. We want to learn and pick up this person quickly. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, me. Where do you join us from?
Hi, George, calling from Kwasha again.
Welcome back.
Thank you. You were talking about the transportation rates from a motorcycle.
Yeah.
You know, my brother, we ourselves are the problem when it comes to the transportation rate we a pedestrian, we are the problem when it comes to transportation issue.
Wow.
For example, if I have my announcement on me and I come to Top FM, Top FM charge me $50, and I go to Smart FM charge me $25. I will let to deal with Smart FM. You see, but the problem, some of us, when we got small money in our pocket, we let it show up. You see, when the boys then charge $50, that's $100. You coming from that to the jungle, you go on more campus. Then moreover, man tell you $100 because you see you happy in your pocket, so you want to showcase. You see, so when you start to get used to the joint, and the other poor people can start feeding the weight. If they make ask you $100 from the jungle to more campus, you leave it back. You see, there are some boys that on that traffic that can understand why we are complaining on most of them, but few there that can understand. So if the man charge you $50 or $100 from the jungle to more campus, you leave the man back. You go to another bar will still take you. But when they train the charge, most of us will just stay on the spot there and pay the money. At the end, other people who don't have it will start crying. You see, that's the problem. We don't want promoting the boys and that. So we should start refusing them when they charge us. We should leave them. Other people donate to them. You see? So I don't see why if Aaron Shabbat we are going to say, I beg you, brain president. We ourselves should stand in that gap.
The reason is Aaron Shabbat we are saying because the gas price go on, so this thing that used to be $50 would now be $100, and now gas price is down. So that's what we're talking.
All right. So we ourselves, even when Aaron we're not even going out video to beg the board and to bring the president. We who can get on their back, we should be the one to refuse their prices. You see, they said to bring their price down. So for the next issue here is I listen to one quarter who just for about what Jeremiah Sugan brought, what are the country budget or that the citizen taxpayer money that he know that he used. Or what are his own money that he used. The fact there is, my brother, once whatever that the country money that his own money that the country money once he bought this thing to us, that's what we want. Because around here it used to happen, other people are having an agricultural break, more money used to be inside, they can eat that money, they can bring out nothing, no development, then somebody who just coming from somewhere bringing development to us, whether he can take that money from in heaven. The idea that we want development. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being part of the show. 0776105105 and let's hear from you this evening on the program. I beg to differ. We pick up this person. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, me. Where do you join up from?
Okay, I'm Gedeh Terror calling from Sanuru.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I got two things to talk on the transport and Honorable Sokan effort towards our district. And also to appreciate Honorable Marie Johnson for her work. We heard today that she carried on groundbreaking for the road from Belleville to Temple Bowler, which I'm very happy and appreciate because I'm here for Temple. Okay, to the issue on the transport, I think the subject I will think, the feedback. They have to work on their fare. Anywhere you stop, it's running out of. They got to work and look at the distance, charge people by distance. It's not just $100. For the issue on Sokan, Honorable Sokan bringing, or through his negotiation, we able to get something and some community is who we have to appreciate it. It's so go with him. Our happiness, Sokan brought something, brought electrical material that other people that don't have current in their community, they will get current.
So then, even in the house before Soka, he should have made all his contact on different things. He got to join with Soka here. Soka brigade at 2 of them. That is a lesser argument. If they don't have something to use to promote Zo, let they find place to stay down. We want a kind of cheap thing. Critical thinker must think on the 100 or 400,000 or 500,000 that was given to whosoever to get quarry for 3 community up to now. We see that they get a critical thinking there. We beg them. They appreciate somebody who did good. The man was in studio yesterday, say he used his own money, 50,000 to transport it here. If you want check it out, go back. If you want promote Zo, look for something else to promote Zo. We beg them. That cheap lazy argument, they shouldn't bring it here.
Thank you, Chief.
Yeah.
We'll pick up this person. Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening, Yania. Where do you join us from?
My name is Calvin from Wabukodo.
Boy, let's hear you.
Okay. You know, the issue is out. What I want you to do for us, or the Top FM family to do for us, is to be playing that recording from last night. Because myself, I listened to it this morning. So can never say he spent either LD 50,000 or USD 50,000. He said I spent over 50,000 to transport the material. 2, he never said he bought. He said I sent letter, and we already we listened to the reading this morning. The letter he sent to the executive and that LEC boss. Mm-hmm. We listened to it. So people should understand and know what to do or what to say. Now, the transportation. Just listen to somebody who said 50,000 USD, 50,000 from Oro to Kanye. The way you spend 50,000 USD, not because of politics. Let's try to, when we're doing something, let's understand it. Thank you. So you'll be playing that recording over and over so people will understand. Thank you.
Now, if we'll do it, thank you for the recommendation, but we'll do it tomorrow because we have no time. Very soon, our panel will join us on the show. Yeah. So another time, like tomorrow, Friday, yes, we can have that recording on. Maybe about 15 minutes, and then we go ahead and open the phone line. So, folks, that's it. 0776105105 881143504. You will be live tonight on Top 105.3, and let's hear from you. Days wonderful time. Let's see this person say hello. My name is Officer Emmanuel D. Cole, joining you from FBA community. Thanks so much for joining us. And let's see this person also watching us live. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Just for clarity. The guy who just left the line.
Yeah.
You think those two the bro is 50,000 LD that can transfer those things? To your own self thinking. Even you take that right from Morovia to bring it to Gedeh, they charge you 400 LD. So look at things that came to us. So the reason we are asking here is, if you say you spend 50 United States dollars, which is 50,000 US, we should be able to know this money. It is initiated with the district development funds. It's just clarity. We can appreciate you because you can do all. So if you go to the district, I can say, this is what I have. This is what the government gave me to add up for what I have lobbied for. It's appreciation. So somebody will tell you that 50,000 LD. So you yourself, to sell yourself Morovia, how much you can pay? Before 2 trucks will carry Gedeh and say that 50,000 LD. So, no, brother, so sometimes when other people call, you have to look at it. The thing we are discussing, I'm not putting it in my own shoe. We are discussing a government agenda. We are discussing a county agenda, district agenda. If the local authority, when something is coming to you, they say you should do assessment first. Why they not taking those things from? Because these are political reference. Canton, you will see it in a manifesto. So you think people shouldn't ask questions?
Thank
We
you.
got to start. How will you tell your child that went to school?
Now they make your own development.
Yeah, but even you got to specify with development, right?
So you're not going to
the lad
you're not
folk,
going
the
to
lad
see
folk are
investment
coming.
2,000,
The lad
but you
folk
tell
you
your
are
child
seeing
that
right
they
now,
bring
the lad
foreign.
are coming now.
Go
The
ahead.
lad folk you are seeing, the lad folk you are seeing. Have you ever heard a superintendent say those lad folk were planted in the administration of this was superintendent? No. Even the Thomas Parliament will tell you say it was dealt through a Thomas administration, the city hall. So these are political record, political reference.
Thank
So
you.
everything politicians give you, you should know that you'll get something tomorrow.
All right. We'll pick up this person. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Good afternoon.
Good evening, my dear brother. So also it's evening
Yeah.
time. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. You?
Okay.
Well, I called to partake on the topic.
Yeah, me, where you join up from?
Willie, calling from Moro.
Really welcome.
Yeah. Yeah, on the electrical material being carried out by the Honorable. Let's assume the Honorable is representing us. That's a good job. For LEC, a contract to a company there that's supposed to do the job. So if the Honorable spend whether like $5 or whether like $10, it's on behalf of the people. We will let them know where that money coming from. Did he credit that money to LRB Energy? Are they going to pay it back because they're supplying the quarry to our people? It is not free. So is he a shareholder of LRB Energy to do their work?
So if
LRB Energy is not working, then they
LRB
figure out.
Energy don't have the resource to bring current and then his people need current and go and pay the money, is it a bad thing that
yeah, because that's the people money.
You know that they may get their own salary, so why in case they use their own salary?
Remember, we send him there. You don't go there on your own.
So you're not getting money for on your own, right?
Anything the honorable spend there, he spend it on behalf of the people.
So I want to know if the honorable mayor is not getting money on your own, saying you're sending it to the house there. Is you
what I would say, whether he getting money on your own, my idea here is the people elected him. So anything he's doing there, he's doing it on behalf of the people.
Sure.
So then what become of the company on ground? The company not that free?
Thank you. We'll take another
That's my point.
Thank you.
The company not that free. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's my point, bro. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you so much. I will take this person. Hello. All right, so you have to call up back because trying picking your call and I'm going through. I don't know what happened. Yeah, so just call back and we'll put it through. Mr. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How yourself?
Okay. All right, let's just put in the person. Hello.
Yes, I'm Gedeh once more. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead quick.
Thank you. I think the LRB man and the honorable man were in studio yesterday. If there's something the man will come be bold and say to all that this thing is not the honorable man, our own business, our own contract. Until they were closing or he just won't spend money. We agree with voted him to go in the house. But he has a right to use his money on himself. He said he used it, he paid all back. When he take his salary, why he other people in the house, how many times you charge them? Or we send you your money you get, bring it back to us. If somebody do something, let's stand by to praise the president. It is good more asking if that his personal money, say yes, that my personal money, they got country development fund. How many times we elect the people? People came out the last time they said they used 500,000 for 3 communities up to now. Only 3 transform on the ball. We ain't see it. But somebody say, oh, I transfer today, we get there to check here. That now we know that we critical. People eating our money around, we can't think on it. No, sometimes we can act like we too critical, but it like hatred. It can make other people that want to who said they will not do it. We agree. Other was sitting down the last time they said yes, we use 500,000 from the county money that we know yes, this money for our county. Up to now, we say something that will remain mute. Our critical idea have not gone there. But somebody say, oh, I transport this, but now we're checking behind it that own money that they want, that one. Honorable was in studio yesterday. For me, I have not seen soccer. Me and myself have never talked before. But let's look at reality. Let's look at what somebody did. We compare it and here the other person negotiated. Today again the money, that own money, is that we saying, you know, the people is saying for over 50 some more year are there. How many times they give you for that back? Thank you, man.
Thank you so much for being part of the show. All right, so it's 1 minute to 10, and let's welcome in the co-host for the show. I beg to differ. Mr. Rai, you doing? So, Mr. Rai is dropping. Okay, that put in this person. Yeah, we're coming to welcome in Mr. Nemo quickly, and then we'll start the show. Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Your name? Where do you join us from?
One be calling with this for you.
Welcome to the show.
You know, one thing I would say even about people. Our people not that good.
Right?
And good they come in the country, they want dig on our to see. The foreign artists that this one in the country cover they use for the covering. How the community they identify in the foreign artists. It's not trying to do in the country. They will try to find means to see what they done for in the country. What? There is no development in the country here. You can't try your best to live up Gedeh. Then the weather for poverty again. It's like you said, when the trample the level of kind of Gedeh, it's not a bad thing. But people looking at it today is a bad thing. So can't do it. It is not so bad in the hospital almost some year. And I can't be in here. When you can't get up, eat it, I'm getting it. It's about development while the picture the question. I monitor program. Yes, for the time to the end. So I want to say to our people the evening, you would appreciate program. Which is better than effort.
All right, thank you. Okay, so let's just hold it there. It will continue the call section. Our panelists are already here. Please just hold it there, Simon. Yes, I want to let you know if you can take in calls, but let's welcome the invoice on the show, and then we'll continue the call section. We'll read out the number to you. So just hold your peace, please. I beg you, and let's welcome in the co-host, Mr. Josh Nomo here on the show. Mr. Nomo, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I mean, the co coming to the dressing, the co. Yeah, also the electro coming.
Yeah, my regular shoe. You know, to America and cheer for the Eagle.
Mr. Nubo, how you doing? Can you hear me?
It's screen freezing.
Alex, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm getting you.
Oh, okay. Good. Mr. Nubo, can you hear me?
Mr. Number needs to go and come back. The whole screen freeze.
Oh, okay. He's okay. I'll tell him.
What's going on with internet?
It's from your side. because everything is working for us.
The problem is with you. The problem is with me.
Oh man. But can you hear me, Mr. Nuba? Can you hear me? All right, Alex. Oh, my screen's so
Nobody can hear
frozen.
you.
Yeah, Mr. Ryan.
All right. All right. So how we doing today? What's going on? How we doing today?
Well, everything is okay. I just waiting on you guys to come on.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Hold on, I'm taking gas.
So can we continue the call session until you guys can get ready? All right, so folks, we can put a call through now on 0776 105 105 881 14 3504, and let's hear you. 0776 105 105 881 14 3504. Let's pick up this person. Hello.
Yeah, I'm Fanny Wardrow. I'm calling from Prison Community.
Fanny, welcome to the show.
Yeah, I appreciate Honorable Sukan for your hard work. And my next issue is brush with.
What happened there?
Hello?
You are alive. Go ahead.
Yeah. To brush with the water can step in a hole there, so I want for the city mayor to find means so they can work on our area. Rainy season coming.
All right. Thank you.
My input.
0776 105 105 881 14 3504. 0776 105 105 881 14 3504. Let's get you on the line here. This wonderful evening. By the way, say you want to talk about, it's about time that you put in your calls. And let's hear from you. I saw our panel guest said here on the show. We keep the show start and hold it there with the call section. But for now, we pick up more calls. And let's hear you. 0776 105 105 881 14 3504. 0776 105 105 881 14 3504. And no more support you through here this evening. Let's hear from you quickly on the phone line. What is it you want to talk about tonight? It's about time that you put in your calls, and let's hear from you here this wonderful evening. We pick up this person. Hello? Hello?
I'm Oliver from Tudeville.
Oliver who?
Eskana from Tudeville.
Welcome to the show.
So, brother, I really want to know what they say to me again. Really see they brought you really. I need to take that alone the offer.
I think they said it might be the best person to answer.
Yeah. Cynically, yeah, I need to take that alone.
All right, 0776 105 105 881 14 3504. Mr. Ryan, if you guys are ready, you let me know.
Yeah, let's do that. Just pull over on the side here too, because I'm still quite some way from home. But I just pull up in a parking lot, so we can go ahead. Mr. Nuba, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Mr. Number is muted.
Okay, great. All right. So we just got Fred joining us. All right. So we got two major events today to talk about, and very interesting ones too. I'm sure everybody has been following, and Fred brought us by this topic yesterday about the event at the UN where Ghana introduced the reparation for the slavery that took place in on the continent of Africa, and how that should be recognized as the greatest crime against humanity, and that it should be paid for. There are two interesting things that I got from there. But before I go there first, let's go around into the usual customary thing. I'll go around the table to talk to each and every one of you. Mr. Wool, let's begin with you first. How are you doing the hottest weather today?
Well, everything is okay here. I'm okay. I'm doing pretty well.
Okay, great. Eh, Mr. Nubo, how's the city of Brotherly Love? How's the weather there?
As they say in Liberia, the city of brotherly love is cool and calm.
Okay.
It's cool and calm. Yes.
That's good. That's
So,
good.
I'm here. I'm back. The troublemaker is back.
You
Yes.
call yourself troublemaker?
I'm back, and I'm prepared. I'm prepared for Veteran Smith tonight. You left, and he could not allow me to talk. So I'm prepared for him tonight. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Well, you are here with a premeditated mind.
Oh, yes, that's good. That's why I want to say from the get-go.
Okay. All right.
I don't want to give you surprises. I'm ready for him. On issues now.
All right.
On issues.
On issues, exactly. On the issues.
Because he won what he said to be the final. And that's why I'm ready for him tonight. Thank you.
Okay. Well, that's good. We love our panelists to come to be in the mood, to discuss the issues. That's good. Good to have you, Mr. Nubo. Mr. Veteran Smith, what happening on your end? How you doing today, sir?
I think he down there sewing his shoes, though.
The man forgot to talk about his sister and brotherly law. The weather so beautiful, and because the U.S. will be celebrating the 250th Independence Day anniversary, Mr. Nemo will be hosting Black Party. The mayor of Philadelphia said anybody who wants to host Black Party, they will give them all the necessity, all the goodies, so he can bring his palm butter and cassawali Black Party, and we all can gather in his neighborhood and celebrate. So the mayor of the city of Philadelphia want you, Mr. Nemo, to put out a Black Party celebrating the 250th Independence Day of the U.S. So I hope you accept that invitation from the mayor and set up an African-like Black Party for the 250th Independence Day celebration. That's my wish to you, that you can put it together. The weather is beautiful today. I've been finding time dealing with the funeral arrangement that's going to take place on the 11th for my sister. So then also doing my other duties that I'm supposed to do it. But it's been a wonderful day so far.
Okay. All righty. Thank you so much.
Lastly, one thing. we numbering the days for the World Cup that sort of take place on April 1st. If you haven't gotten ticket for the World Cup, they will up all the way to the end, and maybe you might get some of the $60 ticket, or you might get some of the 4,600 and upward ticket. But I'm looking. But the European Union have criticized the World Cup committee for making the
All
World
right,
Cup
veterans.
ticket
I
so
don't know if it
expensive.
is you or that is because you're coming in and out.
Okay, they're making the World Cup ticket so expensive. So the European Union appealing for the why they're preventing poor people from wanting to see the World Cup. The price of the ticket so high. So whether it will change or not, we look forward to April 1st and 2nd.
Yes, yeah. I mean that's a. Let me comment on that a little bit because the football is a worldwide festival. It's supposed to be accessible to everyone, especially people who really love the game, and not just doing it because the ones that come and relax and enjoy their money and and drink the beer, but people who really put the energy into this thing. Those are the common people, people who buy the ticket around the field. Not the people that go to the VIP wing and go sit there and drink the champagne. These people that go to go pass the time. They don't really love the game like that. But the people that go to the stadium wing, those are the people that love the game. So if you can't make the ticket affordable for those people, then you are defeating the purpose of the game. And I'm glad that FIFA is looking into that because everybody's saying the thing is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. But thank you, Veteran Smith, for that. So yes, like I
Making
said, we
it
have
high.
You were saying something?
FIFA making it hard, but the European Union, who seem to be representing the common people, criticizing FIFA and demanding something be done about it. So it's the European Union, not FIFA. FIFA making it hard, so the European Union is appealing to them to either call or take action against FIFA.
Okay. All right, great. So let's just dive right into our discussion for this evening. So we have two major topics. They're both of international likings. Like I said earlier, our first topic for tonight will have to do with the recent achievement that was made at the UN General Assembly. A bill or lectures or whatever, I don't know how to call it at the UN, but let's call it a bill that was put forward by Ghana about the slave trade, and that was adopted by 123 members. Three voted against, and 53 abstained. And for me, on this topic tonight, I want to look at the positive, but I also want to look at the negative. And the negative being those who voted against, the reparation movement that was brought forward by Ghana. Who are those people and why they did it? Because we must understand that for history, for posterity, so that tomorrow, when these people try to rewrite history, we will be able to tell them to no. This is what you did in 2026, March, when the rest of the world were in one accord, in one agreement. You
Witchcraft in America too.
What you laughing about?
No, the witchcraft in America got rid of Archie. He will preach it.
technology can be good and be bad.
It can be good, it can be bad, no, but still, we still have the voodoo here. I think that
Well, New Orleans,
somebody playing voodoo, maybe Donald Trump voodoo, got rid of IT from here.
But you know what? We still can continue.
Oh no,
So
we still can continue.
So what he was talking about, maybe I can add towards it. Yeah. So what I can add towards it. At the United Nations, the Ghanaian President John Mahama visited the United Nations yesterday, and today he in Philadelphia. So those who were in favor, 123, 3 went against, and I think, Mr. Newman, you know the 3 who went against, but I would just give you a quiz to see whether you know the 3. The abstention, 53. So I can tell you some of the people who abstain, and you'll be surprised why they abstain. France and Germany, the same people Liberia went to, they abstain too. Among the 53, Germany abstained. So they themselves play a major role in the transatlantic slave trade. So you can tell why they abstain, because it goes with reparation. This is the first time the United Nations body taking that global action and admitted crime against humanity, against the African population. So many millions of people that were killed. And so this is a major milestone. So a friend would have voted not to abstain instead of say against. They abstained, about 53 of them. All the African countries voted for in the 123, and there were some other good countries that voted along with us. So 123, 3 against. United States went against us. Israel went against us. And who the third country, if you can guess, Mr. Newman? Who the third country? Who did something? Who did something about Falkland? Falkland. Okay, Argentina. Argentina.
But I know the lead
Argentina
would be United Kingdom, France, United States, Portugal, and Netherlands.
Oh, they abstain.
I look at the grid.
They abstain.
As I look in,
if you abstain and you're against, which one more?
The 5 I named are the people who oppose it.
Yes.
United Kingdom.
Yes. Abstain.
France, United States, Portugal.
No, Mr. Nemo. We put in category now. If you against it or you abstain, which one bad?
Well, both of them are bad. Even though abstain.
Okay.
Yesterday, you guys were looking at it as being good. You abstain, so you are a good guy.
Okay.
When we were talking about Liberia, the lawmakers. When we were talking about people who were pushing this and pushing that in Liberia. And you felt that we're talking about what's his name? The senator from
the
senator from Nimba, who were pushing this anti, or Feldy from Asala. Okay. He did not vote. You have seen. And people said it was a good deal. So welcome back home. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So continue.
I just said he didn't like him abstaining. So against, I think against is you just look at the whole thing and you say no, I against it. So 3% went against it: Israel, USA, and Argentina. 53 said they abstain. So they didn't want to be counter how they look at it. They just feel that at this time they cannot participate and vote, so they abstain. And that's what it means, Mr. Nemo. Maybe they need other things to get involved before they can vote, but they abstain. While 123 say are in favor. So those who say are against,
Well,
how you look at them? That means those three that maybe were against, for example, Argentina, I don't know why Argentina said they were against, but you can understand. Maybe they all went on the side of America, Israel, and Argentina. Because, you know, Argentina have changed their government. It's not like the, how you call it, sir? You said left wing and right wing. How you call the left and the right wing? Which one is the Highlander or the social type of government? How you call that, Mr. Newman?
you are veteran journalist. Don't be
But
asking me
asking you,
why
wait,
is left wing,
that.
why is left wing, why is right wing. Don't be asking me. You should know
Okay.
that kind of politics.
Okay.
And there is a class as with a Batu can tell us here. He called us professors.
Okay.
And you come to class, you Professor Smith, Veteran Smith, and you telling us that you left your chalk home.
No,
What's your problem?
it also mean that we are collective, working together. We can share view. We can ask.
Teach your course. Teach your course. When I get to me, I will teach my course.
So we individual, with everybody for themselves.
Yeah,
That's why you want for us.
We are
Okay.
individuals.
So we're not a team player.
No. This is not a team player. Not a second emotion thing. There's no, all you scratching your head.
No.
This is not a second emotion show.
Okay, let me go to send Mr. Right now.
Stop scratching your head.
Send Mr. Right now here. Let me go to the subject matter.
Mr. Wright is coming in.
Okay, so let me go. If he come, then he can fill in.
Continue.
What was so interesting as we look at the United Nations coming up with that vote, and it was very historical, because what they said is that now Africa can look for the manpower that we lost during the slavery trafficking, where are the people who the best of Africa came through the slave trade and they died and they labor. We can now ask for reparation. Send the highest international body, United Nations, said it was crime against humanity, the way our people were treated. But what I like about how the whole week started, first he went to the burial ground, Mr. Newman. If you have an opportunity, go to New York. They have a burial ground. They have a burial ground where they kept our dead. They kept our dead. Black African slavery couldn't be buried.
You're speaking like Congo person. Burial ground.
Oh, my man, I me do my own, yeah. So no, wait, let me finish. Hey, my man. Let me finish, my man. Let me finish my statement. So
Okay. Go ahead.
he went to the burial ground with the mayor of New York, and they gave went to our ancestor because this where our ancestor were buried, and it was discriminated. That burial site was only for people of African, whites, and other people couldn't be buried there. So
You
that's a
see,
secret place.
you see, you
And
stop there too. Who are our ancestors?
the African brothers and sisters from Africa
Brothers
who
and
came
sisters
through
of Africa, but they were
yeah,
not
who went
our
through
ancestors.
who went through the slave trade and were
Correct.
brought to
But
your hand.
don't call them our ancestors.
No, when I mean our
I mean,
ancestor, because
you can
no,
play with
no. But you have to know. No, you have to know the context I'm trying to talk about. Now I'm looking at the burial site. I'm looking at the burial site. Okay.
Black American.
No, the burial
So
site.
you calling the I'm not saying I enjoy slavery or slave trade, but you calling these people our ancestors.
But you know what the meaning of ancestor, Mr. Newmo?
You
Mr.
do not
No,
call.
Mr. Newman.
No, let me end. This is not last night. Let me end. You
But
do
no,
not
but
call people.
I gave you a report. You interrupting me.
You do not consider
Mr. Newman.
you do not consider Peter as your ancestor. You consider people here as your ancestors. I mean, they were Africans, but
Mr. I think you're missing the point.
okay.
Yeah, you're missing the point.
Okay.
Let me come in, guys. Let me come in. So I met Mr. Veteran Smith speaking. Mr. Veteran Smith, can you conclude, please?
Yes. So went to the African burial ground in New York. The mayor was there. The president of Ghana, President John Mahama, was there from Ghana, and he gave homage to our ancestor. And ancestor means that people who came from Africa, who came to the New World as slaves and were buried there. And he gave a speech, and the speech was timely to say where our people went through and where they were buried. So he went to the burial ground, he spoke there and talked about the pain that our ancestor went through, the African ancestor, where they went through. And went through from there, where the burial ground is, it's not too far. They have a museum. The day you go to New York, you need to go to, and will tell you the whole history about how our people were treated and where they were buried. The separation was not just only to where you live, but where you bury. So they have a special burial ground for our people, our African people. So from there, he and the mayor of New York, from there, they went to the United Nations, and that's where the proclamation of the vote took place, condemning the anti-slavery and trafficking of our people from Africa as the greatest crime against humanity. And what would this do? They will enable us to get reparation. In order to get reparation, you need an international vote, and we got that vote now from the United Nations. So whether they will give it to us, some of the people that abstain, like France and Germany, France play a major part in the colonial rule in Africa and the way they treated our people, and Germany too. And so there were other countries you would be surprised that were on that list, 3 of which abstained: USA, Israel, and Argentina. But the majority of the people voted, and 123 of them, and it passed. So the other part that was interesting with England, when this vote was going on at the United Nations, something had happened at the British Parliament that was very unique, and I want to touch on it. Diplomatic and political temper flared in the UK Parliament as Ghana renewed call for slavery reparation at the United Nations sparked intense debate and controversy. Lawmakers were reportedly divided, some defending the historical responsibility of Britain, urging engagement, while others criticized the reparation demand as unrealistic or politically charged. The heated discussion have highlighted lingering sensitivity over the legacy of the transatlantic slave trade and British colonial past. Ghana pushed at the United Nations aimed at seeking justice and acknowledgement for centuries of exploitation and drew international attention and amplified call for reparation justice worldwide. So that's what happened at the British Parliament. They were divided.
Okay. Well, thank you, Veteran Smith. That was a beautiful report. Mr. Nuba, you got something to say before I come? We got met you and Veteran while explaining. You want to add to this, or you have any question or comment from what the Veteran just reported?
Let me come back. Okay. Yes, I have serious issues, even though the journalists supposed to be the ones that speak the Queen's language.
Okay, but you can't, Mr. Nubo, you can't go after the messenger now.
No, let me explain. Let me explain. But no, calling people here or slaves
I don't know.
here.
Does it mean you're breaking in and out? I don't know. What does it mean?
I don't know. Veteran Smith, am I breaking in and out?
I'm off, so I don't know.
No, I can hear you now. You're good.
Okay. I'm saying that I was trying to correct him when he came in. And after I do my correction, we can go to the whole thing. I told him, he gone again. I told Veteran Smith, he used the word battleground.
Maybe he having a problem.
Yeah, he's having a problem. Battleground. I said the American Liberian English there. Cemetery. And then Veteran Smith called the people here our ancestors. Their ancestors are Africans. They are in Africa. So that does not cut it. That does not cut it. So, I mean, it's like somebody saying, oh no, we the people of the Republic of Liberia who were originally, in America. That is the first preamble. That's the preamble Veteran Smith is reading. Maybe reading it upside down. That is not few people from here. Those people.
You got me wrong. I think.
No, wait. Let me land.
No, but you're giving misinformation.
I said no. I'm not giving misinformation. I'm telling you the truth. Few guys from here, handful of guys from here, had a gun to the head of Kipita, the first armed robbery in the Republic of Liberia. What we call the Republic of Liberia now. Start them. And you calling the people our ancestors? I beg to differ. Thank you. You get down in the wild way for Arche.
We can criticize each other, but we have to be factual. I told you about the burial ground of African burial ground. I was not even talking about the larger society. I was just talking about African burial ground in New York. When you go there, you will see the burial, that where they bury Africans. So they are our ancestors. I was there strictly those who were buried at the burial ground. That's what I was referring to. I never said, I never, the context you put in, I never spoke of that. I'm talking about the burial ground. When you go there, there's a museum on that burial ground, and they have other businesses in that building. But in order for them to build in that building, because since they were buried on top of our ancestor, they had to create a museum to tell the story where our people went through when they came from the transatlantic slave trade. That's what I was talking about. So maybe you didn't hear that part and you think that I called everybody. I didn't say that. I was talking about the burial ground in New York. The day you go there, I will pay your way. It's a tourist attraction, so you can go to the African burial ground. That's where the president of Ghana went to. That's what I was talking about. Maybe you didn't get it. Maybe they did. Maybe the connection was not there. I never said. So you got me other context. Yeah.
Okay. But Mr. Smith,
Yeah.
if I decide to go there, you don't need to pay my way.
But it's something good to go to.
I will pay my family way. So don't make that offer. But you said our ancestors. Who were the ancestors of those people you're talking about? That's why I say, you're a journalist, you can use words you don't even comprehend. That is the problem. Who were the ancestors? Who were the ancestors of the slaves that are buried there? Where did they come from?
You understand the word. You understand the word ancestor, what it means in the context we are talking about.
You explain it. I know you.
Okay, but that's what I said to you. I was talking about it was a burial ground for Africans.
Okay.
So how they were treated, they were separated from the rest of the society. And so that burial ground was an African burial ground. That's why the Ghana president went there. So it represents all of us from the whole, 53 or 54 countries in Africa. It represents all of us. So they are our ancestors. So why would you understand the word that? What do you mean that?
Then you
what do you mean that?
Back to the preamble of of Liberia. Now we the people of Liberia originally, from America, this and that. That is the preamble. That is the preamble that contaminates.
What do you mean Liberia? I never talk about Liberia. You the one putting limiting it. I'm talking about Africa. I was looking at the contents of Africa. You limiting it to Liberia.
The slaves who were brought here, they are not our ancestors. The people back
you the one
home,
defining it. You defining it in that. I never said that.
Ancestors. They are the people that born the slaves that came here. And they were still there burning you and burning me.
Mr. Nemo.
So you make a mistake.
No, I'm not making a mistake, Mr. Nemo. If you want pick force with me, this is the wrong topic to pick force with me on.
No, this is the right topic.
No, this is not a topic. This is not a topic to pick force. You can pick force with me on any other topic, but not this one.
Let's change the topic. But But what you say, tonight,
because you don't want it, so we should change the topic. No, we shouldn't change. Other people.
You will not agree. I will not agree to what you are saying.
No.
Somebody jump right here.
No.
It's my ancestors.
You came with the no.
I'm not passing to be American Liberia or be Congo person.
I never said anything of that. You generalizing everything. I never said anything of that. So I never said anything of that nature. You taking it out of context and putting your own. I never said anything of that.
I'm saying exactly what you have said.
No, I never said anything about that. You putting it there because you think I will attach it to African American. I never said anything of that nature. I said the African burial ground. African burial ground. I never said anything about. I just said the African burial ground. So you can't confuse the veteran. The veteran know what he's talking about. So you can't. You the one trying to confuse. You won't confuse me and confuse the public. I never said American. I said African. I said African burial ground.
You deliberately confuse yourself. And you don't even know where you're standing now.
Mr. You want to come back from yesterday, but you can't do that. Yesterday gone. Yesterday gone.
This is a different topic.
No, because you feel you want to, Mister. You did the same thing yesterday.
Professors, the people consider us as professors.
Mr. Numo, this show watched by a lot of people. We got to be civil how we treat each other. We can disagree, but to be civil in our discourse, let us do that. And the people will enjoy us. If you disagree with me, that's the whole focus of the show. I bet to differ. You can differ with me, but you can't do in the way you're trying to do it. And that's why I'm trying to. Anyway.
How? Somebody, I know who phone ringing.
Okay, that's my phone. So.
Okay.
What is name, sir? Mr. Wudu.
Mr.
Wudu.
I don't see Mr. Wudu.
So that means we're not on. Well, Mr. Wudu is gone.
Answer your call. No.
No, you never forget about that. Mr. Wudu. He can't just leave that when we're on, man, because we can go to him anytime. Yeah, so that's not a good way. So we started show in the wrong foot, or as we state, Mr. Wright having problem coming in, and Mr. Wudu not there. Maybe it's a segue. We could go to the callers, but he not yet.
Mr. Wright is not on, as you are saying, and Wudu is not on.
Yeah. So let me complete. Let me. Okay, Mr. Wudu. I think we have recordings that we can play for our second topic. Maybe go to the caller first, and then when we come back, we'll send you some video tape. Video.
Alex, you are muted. Alex, you are muted.
He said having problem. Mr. Woodoo having problem. So that the whole thing having problem. So Mr. Nubo will either be saver and continue on the show because two principal people having problem.
No, but I don't think
Mr. Woodoo, Mr. Woodoo having problem.
If Mr. Voodoo is not on, I don't think no
No,
we
he
are on.
on. We are on live, but he cannot help us to go to the callers. And Mr. Wright cannot come. We can still continue on the show. That means we had two subjects. We can go and focus on these two subjects, and when Mr. Wright can, he can add. Mr. Woodoo said going through problem. Yeah. So you yourself going through problem, Mr. Newman. So
Speech instructor told me that you speak to the level of the audience, not how much you know.
Okay.
The met is trying as it relates to the decision that was made at the United Nations.
Mm-hmm.
We had to do with slavery. And he made mention of ancestry. The man was speaking in context. He was not speaking the fact of the matter here. You put the final there, you're there to teach.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't display it. I have been following his on the channel. He tried to how much these people would be informed to the prevailing situation. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. 0776105105881143504. 0776105105. Live tonight on the program 105 881-143504. Let's hear you on the phone line. 881-143504. 0881-143504. 776-105-105. I remember support you through tonight on the program. I beg to differ. It's about time that we hear from you. Listen to the panel discussing while we're in the issue. We warm the line and because very cap too. Welcome to the show, Chief.
Yeah, Mr. Wu, good evening, sir. Good evening to our professors. Hope they are getting us live.
Yeah, they're getting you.
All right, thank you. Finishing class. They took up their time and banner all of their business schedule to come and provide some level of education to us, to ourselves, in class, so that we can explain to them what was there for in class.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, about the United Nations that we were discussing, countries that exchange, countries that voted, countries that never voted. We want them to go back with this information, explain to us what all is about, the voting process that went on, what is really about, so that we can know it better and know how to explain it to our Kuri out there too. Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for being part of the show.
Archie, is there anything that can be done to improve these things? Because Alex is gone, and I don't know if he is gone. I will stay live.
We are live now, but I'm finding it difficult tonight on the internet. It's not easy.
And
hello.
I think
hello.
From the get go,
This is Timothy William. Community. No, anything I will be made by the nation. Yeah, because they are the lawmakers. I can say lawmakers. Yeah, how I describe them. Yes, the highest profile in human society today. 1945, the end of D-Day. Now, the end all of the thing they do or they say, you know, right?
Sure.
So my follow point of view now. I want to because we already I'm alive.
You're alive.
They said that. He's still.
As I can hear.
Yeah. Please, this because yeah. Going over.
Okay.
Could have turn out what they do. No. But America, they where they came from. America, so by the man heading, George Weah and all, at least they will help our Liberian, people who they look at as our president moving forward. But now jumping so backing. Thank you, brother.
One more
Amos William.
Amos William. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right. Gedeh Katu, welcome back.
Yeah. Thank you. A question, please. Professors.
Come again. We are not getting you, Gedeh Katu, so if you're there, yeah, it's 0776105105 881143504 776105105 881143504. The number support you through here, and let's get you quickly. 776105105 881143504. One more minute, and then we go back to the panelists here on the show. So 10:58. Okay, so let me just give 30 seconds. Maybe I can pick up one call and then we go back. 0776105105 881143504 and the number support you going to be live here on the program appear to be for 776105105 881143504. Let's take this person. Hello.
Hello, this is Mr. Gonda once again.
Mr. Gonda, welcome back.
You see, I always have reservation with the World Organization.
Okay.
They say no one is above the law. I always say it's a false and misleading statement. people violate law, they go free. And some people violate the law will hold them accountable. But then you say, no one is above the law. Now the international community is watching. They have all their offices in Liberia. UN get office here, AU get office, African, and then how they call it, ECOWAS, Honor River, all the institutions are all right here in Liberia. And Guinea is carrying on the canal violation, and nobody is saying anything. They're waiting for war to come. When people got killed, then they start bringing their NGO to employ their people who are employed in their country. So when they manufacture more weapons, they use Africa as a testing ground. When the weapons are surplus in their market, the money they spend, then they create war in order for them to sell their weapons. They are aware of what is going on in Liberia. Who is speaking? No one is speaking. But if something goes on wrong, they will go on the side of Guinea, they will come to the side of Liberia, then we carry on bloodbath, then later on they will come with their NGO to employ their unemployed citizens in their country. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being part of the show, Mr. Segonda. 0776. Let's just pick up one more call. Okay, it's 11. So sorry, we are not picking up call again. Yeah, it's already 11. So go back to the panelists to continue on the show. So it's back to you guys. You can take it from there.
All right, gentlemen, you gotta forgive me today. I am having a real streaming challenge. Hopefully, I'll be able to still longer than what I've been doing. But yes, I think we in the second segment now, right? I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So now moving into the next topic of the night, which has to do with the rejection from France to the request from Liberia to mediate the border
Mr. Wright,
crisis.
I think it would be fair for us to clarify Emmanuel Doe's question because of the debate that went on between Mr. Newmore and us. They didn't get clarity on the historical nature of what we're talking about. It got lost.
I forgot the caller response. I did. Please take it away.
Yes. The focus of, I think I'm trying to send a recording to Mr. Wulu to play to hear the president from Ghana. Yeah, it come from him. Why this is historical when he went to the burial site, or why the Ghana president was not going to go on the African burial ground. If this were not historical, why he did that and the words that he used, even down to the mayor of New York went there. A symbolic gesture to what our people went through, the transatlantic slave trade. I impacted the best of African people, the manpower of Africa were taken away through slavery. We might not know then which country it came from, but we know where they came from. The part of Africa, there were different parts of Africa went to different sector of Europe as slave. And the importance of this bill is to ensure that because they voted in favor, that means that the next step for Africa would be reparation. Now, how that reparation would be given, it would be able to strengthen our manpower in Africa that it took away through slavery. And some of those people, where they went through, how they died. And so sometimes the only thing you can compensate for is financial. You can't bring life back. You can't bring the best of Africa back. But if you give financial benefit, then the African government can take that. They can decide what kind of reparation they want, what kind of financial reparation will be beneficial to strengthen our manpower.
Here's my
Because we,
Mr. Smith. Here's my question.
yeah.
Because this fight has been happening here in America for so long, for recognition and
This
reparation.
is worldwide now. We shouldn't put it to America. That's a different fight.
That's a question.
This is
If
world
I ask the
fight.
question, you get where
Okay.
I'm coming from.
Okay.
The fight. I'm saying the fight for reparation
Yeah.
started from here. The government of Ghana has won this fight.
Mm-hmm.
For the rest of the enslaved race. My
Mm-hmm.
question, therefore, is: Was
Mm-hmm.
this coordinated? Was this coordinated with those here in America and the Ghana government and those that have been part of this movement? Was there any coordination?
I think the people of Africa, regardless of where they come from, have been working on this for quite a while. It's not only limited to blacks in America, but the blacks in America been part of it, the European African been part of it, the African. So it's a global initiative. When Mr. Kafani came on the show, he told you where they went to the African Union, where they were able to sign solidarity, or what Algeria went through. Not to our surprise, there were going to be another move with the international body of the United Nations, because United Nations represent the whole global population in terms of action taking.
Okay,
So they've been
Mr.
working
Smith,
together in smaller groups.
uh-huh.
Every year, sometimes they go to Ghana, they go to different parts talking about this. So this was a bigger move coming from the international body, the United Nations.
Okay.
It helped strengthen the fight.
Okay. Mr. Nubo, let me get to I think a Veteran Smith thing I'm trying to minimize that. I'm not trying to minimize this. I'm just saying our problem in the war with the black people is that we never present a unified front in most of the things that we do. We are always going to the things with from a splinter position. Some other group here, the other group here, the other group there. This was the problem that we had during the days of
Smith,
Malcolm
please
X.
mute yourself.
Yeah, please. At the Veteran Smith. Yeah, thank you. So, and I'm asking Veteran Smith, was there a collaboration here with the black movement here in America? And if so, why we got to listen to the radio? I read a lot of black papers, and I haven't seen one there today. The only guy I saw talking about it today was Dr. Rashid on the Young Turks. He was the only guy that talks about it today. I listen to all the black radio here in our area. Not one of them talk about that stuff. So, Mr. Nubo, I want to get a perspective on this. If there were no collaboration, how does the fight how do we sustain this fight going forward?
Thank you, Honorable Wright. I have problem with this, and you were off. I have problems with the words Veteran Smith used when he was talking about a cemetery. He called it burial ground, the Congo people language. And he called the slaves that were buried there our ancestors. And I said, no, your journalists, you like to confuse people. King Peter is not your ancestor. somebody buried here, no, it's your ancestor. Anyway, let's put that aside. If there is a reparation, will it take into consideration a black people here who were slaves? Will it take into consideration how many people were taken to Liberia? Will it take into consideration the Congo people that were recaptured from the coast of Congo and sent to Liberia? The money we spend as a nation to resettle those people, will we get it? So the whole thing is a can of worms that Mr. Smith and the president of Ghana open. And we don't get a pay for Liberia, we don't get how they call it, faculty or something
faculty
from it. And I see the person we call veteran here promoting everything. I know no type of caffeine is very serious about this. He is committed.
Yeah.
He knows the history. You know the history of all these things that are going on. I think he has to come back and educate the person called our veteran here. I think there's still room for our veteran to learn. I rest my case.
Okay, so veteran, here's my. I want to come back to you then. If and I think Mr. Numa asked, and now I was going with this, because in the end, okay, so we have won the first battle. The first battle is the recognition of the act.
Right.
Right. So now the world has recognized that this dehumanizing act was committed against the black race. Okay, fine. You know, history not gonna take it and go with it. But I think at the core of this, at the center of this, is the reparation fight. You deny us, or you subjugated us for centuries. And we made you rich while we remain poor. How do we get compensated for all the past time that you denied us? We were free. You took away our minerals. You enslaved us, like the case of the Congo, the Belgian Congo. You know, so many other instances, you know, in Africa. We can name them. How do we get, you know, how do we get made full with that? So if any money is given, how do we say, okay, the Americans, blacks that are here that spent 400 years in slavery and are still experiencing that, how much do they get? This is why we're asking Veteran Smith, was there any collaboration? Because all of this will take into, like, see, our view here, we say, you know, if we're looking at life cycle sustainment, we say we go from development, feeding, sustainment, and disposal. We put all of that into the system, the planning, so that as the system moves, as the process moves, it captures all of that. It doesn't leave anything out. So you don't stop and say, oh, hold on. We forgot this part. Let's put that in there. No. You capture that from the beginning so that it flows with the process. That's why we're asking if there was any collaboration, Veteran Smith.
First, I would like to rebut Mr. Numo, and disappointed you, the moderator, allow Mr. Numo to go free ride. One, a history we are talking about. The second question you asked, they have experts to answer that question. I don't have to answer it. Just the victory at the United Nations is something for us to talk about in the context they won that victory, where they went through. on what will happen with the reparation, how they will do. They have experts to deal with that. I, as veteran, don't have to deal with that question. That was not the main focus that the story is about. People are guessing, and the only outcome will be reparation. When you win war, they ask what you get out of war. Sometimes it takes a time to get the result of your fighting of war. So the United Nations, the African Union, all the different parts will get together. Now they have won the victory. What next? And the only thing they are predicting, because you can't bring those lives back, I stated it, you can't bring those people back. The only thing you could get is reparation. And what would be considered a just reparation? That would be something different from you, different from me, different from the African Union, different. So that other subject, I won't waste my time to talk about it. We can have another show and then deal with it. But my focus and the focus for our quarters and this show, how hard they fought to get that victory at the United Nations. That's a proud moment for the struggle, people who struggle for our ancestors, what they went through. That's what Mr. Nemo trying to deny. I shouldn't use the word ancestor. So that's what we need to focus on, what the victory means to us. And then we can talk about reparation. We can bring people to talk about the larger context, what that means. But he condemning the victory. He condemning our ancestor. So that's where he and myself disagree. If Mr. Kafani was here, he would be on my side, because the information I'm relating didn't come from me, it come from Kafani. So if he condemn me, he will condemn Kafani, because all I'm saying is nothing different. I'm saying that Kafani won't say. The only thing Kafani would touch on, because he been with the African Union, he would give us some sense of where they are going. The question you are asking me, he will come on the show and answer that question about reparation. I can't answer it.
Okay, great. And let me just say, Mr. Nua, you're coming. Let me just say for the record, I agree with you, Veteran Smith, 100%. 100%. I agree with you.
Okay.
I agree that we achieved a victory today. I also agree that we must internalize it to know what that means to us as a race, as a black race that have been subjected to this dehumanizing, act. And thank God that the rest of the world has agreed with us that this was the greatest crime against humanity. And nobody can deny that. I don't think any one of us can deny that. I'll let Mr. Numa to speak for himself, because I can't speak for Mr. Numa. Mr. Numa, do you deny, are you trying to play down the achievement today? And are you saying that those people that left the shores of Africa some 4 centuries ago, they are not our ancestors?
As Veteran Smith, I'm very surprised of him. I mean, to categorize me in a different compartment. My problem with him is his vocabulary. Say the people, the cemetery he went to, he called burial ground, Congo English. He said those people are our ancestors. Dr. Kafani will not agree to that.
Okay, then let me hold you right
No,
up.
No, let me learn.
You continue. You want to ask a question. I just want clarity. So the burial ground he referring to, is that the burial ground for those people that were brought to the shores of America?
Yes.
So then why are you disagreeing that they are not our ancestors?
No. They are not ancestors.
Why?
Mr. Smith here, can I say that King Peter was his ancestor? He cannot say it there.
Why?
So no, that I'm telling you the truth. There's a man who is passing as a Congo man.
Okay.
I know that. So
all right.
let me explain.
Okay, but I don't want you to
explain when we get
like
on the show here.
It's okay. What I want to do, Mr. Nubo, let's stay to the topic because it seems like you're going after Mr. Smith.
Okay, let's move on. Let's move to the next topic.
No, finish up.
Okay, I thought you were trying to end it.
No, I don't have any problem. Let's stay on the topic rather than going after the individual.
Okay, I don't have any problem with what the Ghana president has done.
Yeah, Mr. President Mahama.
Dr. Kafani came here and I questioned him about Timbuktu and about Congo, the Belgium. We're talking about the same reparation issue because all these things I know about them. And he agreed with me. That's what Kafan. It's not to say, he come and I'm doing some research. These are things I know. These are things at the back of my mind as a nationalist.
Okay.
I mean, it could be, any other topic concerning Africa. I am there. So, I'm not here to confront anybody, and I'm here, to give my people, my Liberian people, the right information. Okay. I'm not passing to be, anybody. And when somebody is passing, I have to alert my Liberian people. Thank you.
All right. So, Veteran Smith, if you don't have anything to add, we'll move on to the next topic. So, the next topic will be the
I just wanted to add that Mr. Kapani would be here and he will add more weight. I brought some recording to play, but we didn't play the recording. So that would be the only disappointment. We didn't play some of the recording from the president of Ghana and in his own words. So Mr. Numa can't attack the Ghana president. He can attack me, but I'm just...
The topic is a complete topic. We'll get Dr. Kafani.
President.
We'll get Dr. Kafani and we'll play all that tip for everybody to listen. So, okay, great. The next topic is so we went into our time on on the reparation, which is fine because it's a good topic, and we got to keep talking about it because the world must know this, that finally we have achieved our victory. Now they must just pay us now for that. The next one is Liberia's effort to solicit France's effort in mediation. Front Page Africa reported this morning in today's edition that the government of France refused. The government of France refused because it has very limited appetite in these times to intervene in any disputes on the continent of Africa, let alone the West African region. And we all know why. France has been accused of colonial atrocity. France has been accused of colonial exploitation, even up to this time as we speak. So France is not willing, according to France Pay Africa, to mediate the border crisis with Guinea. And so we are back to square one. Mr. Nubo, we talk about this on the morning show today on our Back to Different. That's why I'm coming to you now, because the veteran stream myself, we talk about it this morning. So we got to come to you and get your perspective on this, and then I'll go to Veteran Smith. I argue, Mr. Nubo, that the National Security Advisor to President Boyka, who is Mr. Kofi Woods, the Foreign Minister, who is Madam Nyanti Bechelo, Bechelo, okay, Bechelo, thank you, and the Defense Minister, who I think is Geraldine, what her name, I think if I'm getting her name correctly, to the Republic, all of them, I argue, Mr. Smith, let the president down. Because the information that I just shared is all out there for everybody to see. Because if they had done their homework and some little bit of due diligence and taking the information to the president, so Mr. President, here is what we are facing. We are not stopping you from reaching out to France. But these are the history of France in this region and across Africa. And currently, France standing in Africa, especially in West Africa, it's not favorable anymore. So she may not be willing to intervene, to come and mediate this crisis. Now, I understand the fact that people, I think it was considered data, other who were saying that, because France and Liberia signed this treaty, so they have found it, Liberia found it found it prudent to go to the party that they had an agreement with, But France cannot enforce no decision. It is only Guinea. France cannot come. The framework cannot come from France that can't enforce agreement. Only Guinea would do it. So these are my argument, and I say because of that, very let down from Kofi Woods and Madam Nyanti and Madam Geraldine, we are in this trouble now because we're starting back from square one, and Guinea knows it. The Guineans are reading the news that France has refused to come in, and now we have the quick meeting that is happening in Abidjan this coming weekend, called for by our speaker, Nangwe, calling on the Mono River Union to meet in Abidjan to see how they can fix this stuff. My problem is, my argument, therefore, is this is the first thing that we should have taken. France should be the last resort, not the first resort. Because we have a statement on the continent that says Africa problems deserve African solution. That is our argument. And it has gained momentum across the world. Everyone knows this. Africa problems deserve Africa solutions. So how come the Boyka government forgot this? And now we're going to Abidjan to go meet with all the other member states. And we're going to be looking like some little kid in the room who coming begging with a hand between the leg. I beg you, went to the colonial master. He rejected us. Now we're coming back to you. Or we should have come to you the first time, but we beg you. Yeah, let's find a way to solve this. That is my argument, Mr. Numa. What is your take?
Actually, why it take 10 hours to ask one question?
There was comment and then question at the end.
Okay. When I was growing up, there was a music that said Africa is shaped like a question mark, and the Africans have the answer. I don't know if you heard about that before. And here, maybe 2 days ago, or maybe 1 day ago, I said Joe Boakai asking Macron was the wrong approach. Because when the French people were leaving out or leaving Guinea, they rooted up everything, even the pipelines. So they are not as close to Guinea as they are to the African coast. And I said, no, Boakai need to utilize Minor River Union, utilize ECOWAS, utilize Africa Union, and utilize the United Nations. That's what I said. I said, no. Maybe some hours ago. And maybe some of you felt that I know I was misinformed. But that's what is going on. France is not as close to Ghana or to Guinea as it is as close to Ivory Coast. I know the history. And that's why I wanted for the Boakai government to utilize the international organizations. But they decided to go to France, Macron. Macron was pushed out of the Sahel. Macron who went ahead because the African or ECOWAS wanted to have a common currency called ECO. And he went and named their currency in collaboration with Ivory Coast, call it, to preempt the whole thing, call it ECO. That's the Macron Liberia say, that our papa coming. To me, it does not make any sense. It does not make any sense. And maybe, from this, we have to come to our senses. And I beg to differ with Veteran Smith and maybe, Veteran Wright. I thank you. And now Veteran Wright ran away.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello?
Hello? But Veteran Smith, maybe in a back room, we need to talk about these things here.
Can you hear me?
Maybe Arche could be the one to connect the whole thing from the U.S.
Can you hear me?
Right, getting you.
Yeah, we're getting you.
Okay, good.
I was telling Veteran Smith that maybe in the future you should be the one to do the connection, because we cannot rely on the connection from Monrovia or from Zedru.
All right, let's finish with the show first.
Okay.
I think Veteran Smith, let's come to you. Is he with us? Or he's busy? Okay, I think he's busy.
Investing in shoes.
Okay, so yeah, I think you raised a very good point there, Mr. Newball. And that's what I was saying. You know, all of these things are there for people to see. How come the National Security Advisor missed this? How come Madam Sarah Beslow missed this? You just spoke about the echo. You know, all that thing. Well, it was the Minuet of France. Through Africans, they wanted the entire echo to be tied to the French stuff. Can you imagine that kind of nonsense, Mr. Nubo? They wanted the entire echo to be tied. Just like the CFA franc, the CFA is tied to the French franc.
Yes.
That's the kind of nonsense they wanted to do. And Nigeria said, hell no, it would never happen. And Cote d'Ivoire and Ouattara blocked the echo. Up to now, this is why the echo can come out.
Now what? That is it. I know that.
All of that information is out there. And you forgot that information. And then you'll go run to the people and think they can't help you, that they get your interest. You know? This is mind-blowing. I mean, this is some elementary stuff, man. This is pure elementary. At least you could have ran to America. You could have ran to America. Why? Because America has a serious investment going on in Guinea through the HPX investment there in the iron ore mining. And they have Liberia corridor to use to transport that ore to the port of Buchanan. You think America don't have a skin in the game to make sure that there is no crisis between these two countries, because they need to get the ore out of Guinea and through the port of Buchanan? Yes, they have interest in it. And they'll make sure it works. Instead, you run to France. Now, I don't know. This is why Councilor Gedeh is not on the show today, because there was this argument that Liberia went to France because they and France, had the agreement in the 1800s. And I spoke to Mr. Nippet today, but he said, they bring more open, so you do your thing. But these are some of the things. I hope they were here to make to defend the argument, because we were saying this was wrong in the first place. But and I'm glad you brought the echo thing, Mr. Newell, because the echo thing is it's a recent stuff to let you know that these people can never hold you back. They can never be in your interest. But go ahead.
Arche, every day I make sure I do some research. My district, my county, my region, my country, and my continent, and the whole world. I do that. And I mean, when these things come out, like I was saying, about that Kafreni. When I'm talking about the Timbuktu University, when I'm talking about the millions of people they killed in Congo, all those things. It was not because he was on the show. Those are things I know. While even talking about the Bible. And he said, veterans men or that Deacon. Deacon Smith, right here, sitting right here. I know all those things. I mean, that's from learning. And I feel that Liberian government going to Macron was a mistake. We are at the top in the United Nations. And I say we get non-permanent seat. Why our representative there cannot go and give a permanent a powerful speech outlining all these things here, all these agreements we went through, and then we're going to Macron say, "Oh, Macron, no, you can't scratch our back." To me, it does not make any sense.
Okay.
It makes sense when we go to ECOWAS. It makes sense when we go to Mano River Union. It makes sense when we go to Africa Union. It makes sense when we go to the United Nations. But not France. France that rooted out everything in Guinea, including pipeline. Because Guinea could not agree with what they wanted for Guinea to do. And that's the same France we want to. I beg to differ. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nubo. Veteran Smith, you got something to add?
I see, veteran Nipper here.
I won't talk too long. So a little bit busy, but I just thought that the government did its part in evaluating everything that they were going through, the lawmaker, the ECOWAS, the Mana River, and all of that. And if France would be the best way forward on two fronts. Sometimes in diplomacy you're right and sometimes you're wrong. On one hand, they look at France being a French-speaking country. On the other hand, that they will be able to relate to, but in the case, Guinea have left under the stewardship of France and maybe gone to another Russia or other alliances. Then they look at maybe through this, they will get favor from France and maybe France will come on our side. And sometimes in diplomacy, you calculate and you come through strategy and see which one works. But then in this case, it did not work. And then you look at America too, to see whether our friend America will come to our direction. And maybe that might be possible or not. So they try everything internationally, and sometimes you never know which one works until the end. So sometimes you play the card works well sometimes it's not right. We're always going on in the world today. Friends may look at here and say maybe we put our hand out. We don't want to put that. Maybe if the war and other things were not going on, maybe friends were going to come in. So we just want to know the next step the government will take going through ECOWAS and going to Ivory Coast, which is a favorable partner to France. But if France say they want to get involved, than Ivory Coast on its own. So Liberia in a difficult position. That don't mean this the end. They just have to go to the drawing board and come up with something different. Things that worked during the Cold War, so things that work at other time might not work at this time. The world is changing. That we also must change with the world. So you can because this work in the past, that don't mean it will work in the future. So it's just like home, how you discipline your children. Sometimes it work and sometimes it just don't work. So they just need to go back to the drawing board and come up with something that works and try another way forward. But
Okay,
that's
so
life.
let me ask you a question before you can go.
Yeah.
Try and error.
So Mr. Nangwe has the speaker Nangwe is on his way to Abidjan this week. What do you think is going to be the outcome out of it, given the recent developments?
Whether it bring ECOWAS together, because ECOWAS is not only the French-speaking country, you have English-speaking country there. And then you have to look at which one will stand with ECOWAS to keep it going, because there seems to be division in ECOWAS. There are some of the francophone countries leaving ECOWAS. So maybe you will find some sympathy with those who feel ECOWAS stay relevant today, and those who left on their own or removed because of coups.
No, but the meeting, Veteran Smith, is a Mana River meeting. It's not ECOWAS.
Okay. So Mana River comprised of what? 4 countries, Ivory Coast,
Yes.
Guinea, Sierra Leone, and Liberia.
Correct.
So you look at three against 1. So Ivory Coast might go towards Liberia and Sierra Leone side and go to Guinea. Now, will that still solve the problem? Because right now, the way I see Guinea, Burkina Faso, and other French-speaking countries that left France, they forming alliances with others. So wherever decision that will come from Mana River Union, if it's not beneficial to France, France will not be affected. Let me say France. Guinea won't be affected. They can still move on to the alliance with other Burkina Faso and other Mali. So it will benefit the 3 other members of Mana River Union, Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Ivory Coast, whether they will join together and see to ask Guinea what to do. And if Guinea say they won't do it, then they have 3 against 1. Now, how will they persuade Guinea in solving this peacefully, and whether there are penalties or consequences if Guinea say they're not doing it, or if Guinea bring the case, then they won, what will the other 2 countries feel about Guinea, Sierra Leone, and Ivory Coast? Would it be sympathetic to Guinea or be sympathetic to Liberia? So these are all diplomatic channels that one would take, and you would never know how it will end.
Okay. Thank you, Veteran Smith. Welcome to the show, Mr. Nippy. How are you today?
I'm doing very well, and thank you so much. And
if you're talking, Mr. Nippy, we can't hear you.
I'm doing very well.
Maybe you're muted.
No, I'm not. I don't think I'm muted. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you still got me in the background. You're asking me questions.
Nippy, we're not hearing you. I can see you talking. Yeah, maybe you want to go and come back in. And I hope Alex is still out there with us, because I'm on my phone, so I can't bring people on to this.
Hello.
Okay, great. Yeah, we can hear you now, Mr. Nippy. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing very well. And thank you so much, and to the radio audience.
Okay. So you're listening to Mr. Nubo and you're listening to Mr. Veteran Smith. We're talking about the refusal from France to mediate the crisis at the Guinea border and the pending Mono River gathering that will take place this weekend in Abidjan. What do you have? What is your take on these two events?
Well, I think the process is on course positively. I think the government is doing very well. Come to think about it, Kotu, who formerly worked for Spoon Talk Show and TV, was in the vicinity this afternoon or sometime like yesterday. And our flag, Emmanuel Cotto, and our flag is flying very, very high. The river is in the background of our flag, and you can see where the river spans the Republic of Guinea. They have built a sentry post or a guard post where the Liberian Border Patrol Agency, I think under the auspices of the immigration, they are there. And then you have also the house that was built, or the temporary shelter that was built and constructed by the Guinean army has been demolished in the place called Solomba, Foya Solomba area. So I think that is a tremendous and far-reaching benefit to us that the stranger is no longer having a foot on our soil. And we have Liberians moving up and down, except that those who reside near the area are a little distance, but are still executing their farming duties. So that's one aspect of, I only heard the veterans talking about Liberia's move to France, and Liberia should not have done so. In international diplomacy, you do those things in keeping with the tools that are available, in the hope that you can make some gains. But if you come to realize about Guinea, prior to its independence in 1957, it was called the French Guinea. And when it became independent, because of Sékou Touré trying to deny them of the mineral resources, they decided to take even crops from Guinea. So they have not even the de Gaulle veteran or the guy that was there before, the new man who is in power now. They did not want to deal with Guinea. I don't think they have been dealing with Guinea. It wasn't against the background also that you have the Sahel states now, Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali. So the chemistry of the events will not be a good thing, according to what I think the French people are thinking, for them to come into this conflict. The fact that Guinea now has a military officer who has done the civilian dress. But I think as time goes by, Liberia being very, very good in its diplomatic march, will create another avenue where France may, in a subtle manner, engage Guinea. I heard the veteran talk about 3 against 1 or 1 against 2. We have 4 countries in the Mano River arrangement, 2 of which are Francophone or former French colony. They speak French, of course. and two are English speaking, Liberia and Sierra Leone. Liberia's effort is great, and I think it has paid the desired dividend thus far, such as our flag being rehosted and flying high over the waters, the Macono River. The temporary shelter have been demolished. So that is a step in the right direction, and we have to give kudos to the government, because it is not just marching without its footprints being indelible. It is making some indelible footprints in its negotiation effort. Sierra Leone and Liberia have had a very tremendous relationship, such as Guinea. So I think in the wake of this problem, and now as you hear, the Sierra Leoneans are being deported from Guinea in droves. I think approximately 700 persons have been expelled from Guinea, and they may be in Sierra Leone. So that's another frontier that Guinea is trying to fight on. But the Mano River Union, I think, has to get back together in the hope that they can rein in the Guinean leader, so that he comes to the meeting and see reason to understand that the basin, the Mano River Basin, comprising of the four nations, we need peace. And there can be nothing else expected besides peace.
Let me come in there. Those listening on radio and watching us will question if what Mr. Napi is saying, giving us this picture of tranquility that is now happening at the border, then why is it that our Speaker Nangwe, and other member of our parliament are calling for a Mano River gathering in Abidjan? Why? Because as I listen to you reference Mr. Cotto, Emmanuel Cotto. Kudos to him. He does a very good job going across Liberia, giving us a very good visual of the country. Mm-hmm. If our flag is hoisted up, which is great, and the Guinean has fallen back into their territory, and they are off the Liberian territory, and everything is back to normal, Mr. Nippy, then why are we hastily going to Abidjan? What are we going to talk about there?
Well, that has an easy answer, and the answer is thus: when you are diplomatically trying to solve problems, you thread the needle very, very well, so that you don't have a situation such as why you are engaging other nations. And that's what I have said, that the four countries need to meet again. This time, as we regularly say, on a neutral territorial, where they can all come to an understanding of all the river borders that I mentioned the other time on the show. We have the Mano River. We have upper Mano River area where Sierra Leone, the river bends. Because Sierra Leone come one day and say, okay, this area is for us, or Abidjan with Cavale or other areas. Deep in Arche Coast where you have the Liberian cornerstone. So all these pieces of the puzzles must be touched in such a way that the entire picture, the configuration of that area can be in such a way that we don't go back to this problem. I think that's the reason why the Congress, and not Congress, Speaker Nabwe Kun is trying to engage or recommending that the meeting are recorded, so as to solidify once and for all, cut the snake's head, and don't have the snake revisiting the issue of border, Macono, because evidently there should be no kind of quarrel about that river, except that we made a mistake. We made a mistake, and I think that mistake came from the Ministry of Lands and Mines and the man who controls the local government. As Interior Department Minister, he should have known that in keeping with international tenants, you cannot have a boat of water and one country just get there and start doing commercial business. You have to have the blessing of the other country such that they can come and say, okay, we agree, but what do we get from this? And I gave a typical example about a local Liberian situation where Mr. Roy has a land border with Mr. Nubo. You cannot do anything on that land border unless you ask, you speak to Mr. Nubo and he consents. He may ask the question, what kind of thing you want to do here? Is it going to be a permanent structure or it's going to be something temporary? So you tell Mr. Nubo, say, oh, I'm come to, build a nightclub here. So Mr. Nubo is going to ask the question, what do I get from that? Because the border, the line is between me and you. And you have to be gentleman enough. You have to be doing that with a fair sense. And then Mr. Nubo say, okay, you get 10 cents after every expenses shall have been concluded. But Liberia didn't do that. The BK enterprises or a BK company just went to work and started working to embarrass the president. So I think the president will institute, at the end of the day, the president will institute some measures to call BK to book. I'm sure by this time, according to some sources, the government has asked the equipment to be taken from the river. So if that is done, it's a form of appeasement. Then the Guinean people will say, oh, all right, you see that? What we were contending, Liberia has acted. There's no more dredging of the water. That equipment has been taken out, even though we have some parts of the equipment. So I think the process is moving very well. And by the time it gets to articles, the whole thing will be settled.
Already. That sounds very optimistic. Mr. Nubo, let me come to you. So I think we can bring another 15 minutes. If Willie wouldn't mind that. So I think you probably listened to Mr. Nipe. Mr. Nipe has given a very optimistic view of the whole crisis.
Okay.
Across the Makona River, and there seems to be some peace and tranquility at the waterfront. But going to Abidjan, what should we take away from this? We're dealing with a very hot-headed guy. He's young, he's very, brazen. He got all the wild, big weaponries, and he wants to use them. And he thinks Liberia is a testing ground. Should we be worried that this thing can live its ugly head again in Abidjan may not produce nothing desirable to us?
I don't think we should be worrying.
Okay, I just want to say, we got the rest of the hour because Mr. Wulu is sleeping out of the studio tonight, so we can go ahead.
Okay. I don't think we should be worrying over this. We must be looking for the buttons to push. We are on top of Africa at the UN. We are in AU. We are in ECOWAS and Mana River Union. And I think a day or two ago, I said it. The Liberia made a mistake by going to Macron. France. Because France does not have any good record with Guinea. They rooted everything up, including pipeline, when they were leaving Guinea, because they had a proposal that Sékou Touré did not want to approve. They are in bed with Ivory Coast and some francophone countries, but not Guinea. So I believe it was a mistake on the part of the Liberian government to go to Macron. And they need to go back on the drawing board and contact these regional and international organizations. I said, this is our case. And they should not go and listen to Ghana or Guinea surveyors or geological information services explaining to them these things. Liberia need to go back to their land commission. They need to go back to their foreign ministry. Last night somebody was saying, oh no, the land is for Guinea because when they were showing their map and doing this, Joe Boakai was nodding his head. I said, he said, we. And nobody answered. Maybe Joe Boakai was nodding his head because he didn't want to go to sleep. So some of these things, we have to be careful when we are analyzing them. I rest my case.
Okay, but I want to get your view on the upcoming meeting in Abidjan, because like Mr. Nippet, I share the same view. We're dealing with a very young guy who has proven to be a very hothead. He went to Sierra Leone, displayed the people there, talk about the village there in Sierra Leone, and came to Liberia and did the same thing. Now, should we, at this point, trust him on his goodwill by leaving the Liberian territory and say, oh, okay, this is good. We can now, live in peace with Dumbuya, forever happy? Because I want to give a little bit of history here. I think it was in Daily Observer that Mr. Moni Captain was referenced in that Daily Observer article about the border issue. Why I think Daily Observer did that because they wanted to provide some historical point of view to the whole thing, that we should not be too complicit about it. Because under the Taylor government, they dealt with this. Captain referenced the same issue, and he said they had to go to all the regional bodies to resolve this. And now we're dealing with the same thing under Joseph Boycott. So the issue, we need to find a lasting solution. So Mr. Nubo, my question to you is, we went to France, as we already know, and France turned us down. But now we'll come back to the regional body. Are we going to find any luck there? Or are we going there as a wounded, soldier?
Are you referring to me?
I want Mr. Nubo to take it. I'll come to you, Mr.
You're going back to the same thing over and over.
Okay, so Mr. Nippon,
2 days
Mr.
ago.
Nippon, you answer the question then.
No, I will answer your question. 2 days ago, I said no. Our land authority must come in and give us, the groundwork. Our foreign affairs must come in. Even our information ministry must come in, because when we go to these conventions or these conferences, the opponents come up with documents. And what do we have in Liberia? That is our problem. And I said, no, we are floating all these documents from Councilor Dade and this and that. No, what happened to the information ministry? Do they have the documents? What happened to the foreign affairs? Do they have the documents? What happened to land authority? Do they have the documents? So that must be our concern, because there's like a case in court, and you have to show proof, and there we are lacking. And Sekou, I think I was Sekou, I was saying there was video, and talking about the land issue, and Joe Walker was nodding his head, in approval. And
No, that was Zaza.
That was not it. I know that. Oh, okay, that was Zaza. Yeah. So no, we the Liberian people, we have to prove that we are ready for prime time. But today, I've not seen any sign that we are ready for prime time. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Nippy, my concern here, and Mr. Newberting, I'm repeating the question, is that we have played our hands before our adversary, if we can call Guinea that. And now we're calling a regional meeting, and we're going there with everybody. Does that make us look like, are we going there with a strong hand, or are we going there with a very weak hand? That is my point.
Well, is that a question?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. I think we are going there with a strong hand. If you look at things that happened to us, they did not happen to Guinea. And if you want to go back to the history of what the entire Africa is, we were structured artificially by the white man's marker. The white man marker created what we call these border lines. Liberia is 42,000 square miles. Guinea is 300 something thousand square miles. The distance between Guinea is 350 miles. All of these things were done by the colonial masters. So you got to look at the colonial history as it reflects to brothers being divided by quadrants or geographical locations. I think that geological survey will do us justice by combing in their own areas and coming out with the map. The map that defines the territorial limits of the Republic of Liberia vis-a-vis that of Guinea. The foreign ministry, and then as you know that we've been in a war 15 years. And every piece of paper was taken to the rally time market. So it will be a little bit of Herculean tax for us to be able to, for the geological survey to get all of those pieces of paper. But I think one thing that can be done is that the Library of Congress. The Library of Congress will have some information that are reliable when it comes to the demarcation between Guinea and Liberia. That would be one aspect. The foreign ministry, the papers were littered all over, and they tried to consolidate much of those papers. I don't know whether the history about Guinea and Liberia relationship, where agreement was struck in 1972, settling the issue about boundary, will be at the foreign ministry at this point in time. And if it is not there, it is only because of the war, the crisis. And as I think you alluded to, His Excellency Dr. Captain, Mooney Captain, pointed out the fact that they had visited the same issue. So it could have been during the 2005 time that I talk about, or just before that time, or 2007. So we are going with a strong hand as Africa Ola Republic. You know, when a little boy doesn't understand the dance, they can dance all over because of a certain reason. They want to prove themselves that they are the best dancer. And if I may use a football metaphor, when a person is not used to a pattern of play, when you put them on the field for the first time, you see them running all over the field, and they will soon get tired. And as they gain experience, to be able to follow the pattern of play, constructive engagement, and all of those things. So Liberia being an old hand in diplomacy, I foresee us winning this matter because this man is a soldier. He has not been in government, and he's trying to use his martial strength as a military man or legion or something of that sort. But Ouattara, who is a sincere diplomat who has worked for the United Nations, we want to bring upon cause him to understand that we can't do these things here. You cannot isolate yourself from the Mano River Union because you are part of the union. You are one of the founding members. Because it was Talbot, Touré, and Shaka Stevens who founded the Mano River Union. So he cannot divorce himself from that triangular relationship, especially when we have the fourth country now. So I think Liberia, the old man at the top is a wise man. And he has a team of competent persons, individuals. I think we're going with a strong hand. And that strong hand at the end of the day
Mr.
will
Nippy,
resolve the matter.
let me jump in there. Let me jump in there because you made one point that I was going to bring up as the last discussion point on this topic before we go to another one. Because you said that the president has strong people. I beg to differ. I beg to differ because if the president has strong people, we wouldn't be in this very embarrassing diplomatic position. If the president people were strong, Mr. Nippet, they would have advised the president. And I think my other fellow panelists that would agree with me, Mr. Nuvo and Veteran Smith, that what happened in France was led by the president's people, particularly the National Security Advisor, Mr. Kofi Woos, and Madam Sarah Besler Nyanti. Because we need a lot of instances.
You gotta go back on that sentence. I didn't capture that.
I said the president's people let him down, particularly the National Security Advisor, Mr. Kofi Woos, and the foreign minister, Madame Sarah Besloyanti. They let him down because there were a
How?
lot of examples and instances that we presented here previously that would have informed the president's decision not to go to France in the first place. One, that France has no desire, given everything that has happened with France in the Côte d'Ivoire, the disengagement with the military agreement with there, the security agreement there, the troops are out of there, even though they still have diplomatic relationship in Guinea, in Senegal, in the Sahel region. I mean, everywhere in Francophone Africa. Very jittery right now, or doing anything in West Africa. That would have been number one. Number two, Mr. Newman mentioned the ECHO. As you are aware, ECHO is supposed to be the common currency within the West African region, ECOWAS. But because Cote d'Ivoire, who is nothing but a vassal state to France, wanted France to be the, how do you call it, the shot caller, if you like. I'm going to speak my little street language here now. The shot caller when it comes to the ECHO. They wanted France to control the ECHO just as France control the CFA franc, to tie it to the franc or to the euro. And Nigeria and other countries said no. Up to now, this is why we have not gotten our single currency yet, even though we are still working on it. So all of these would have informed the decision not to go to France. And that France would not act in our interest in the first instance. That they do not have that relationship with Guinea. And Guinea would not be willing to listen to them. You just spoke about it. Mr. Newey spoke about what happened, after France, Guinea disagreed with France, what it did to Guinea. And I want you guys left out, what it did was they flooded the economy with fake currency. That is on record. In addition to taking off everything they brought there, they damaged the economy by bringing fake currency there to undermine the value of the Guinean franc. That they too. So I differ when you say the president has strong people. That's my point I wanted to make.
Well, you see, even when you have good engineers, sometimes to breach a water barrier is difficult to plant culverts. Though they are educated, some may have PhD. It happened right here in the United States, in New Orleans, where the people said that all that they were drilling would be of no problem. The oil would just flow and flow and flow. But they don't know that nature has its own way, or faith has its own way of deciding the negative. And that whole pipe burst, and the entire area was flooded with oil. It took more than 6 months. But hear me out on this point, please. To forgive is divine, and to err is human. Might it have been a mistake, or could that have been a mistake? I would not call it a mistake. In diplomacy, you engage. You engage to see how you can soften the barriers, or you can eviscerate the barriers. And that's what the team is doing. I think the team is strong. Even in the school situation, a man could be so brilliant, but then he can fail in one test. Or he doesn't make the 100 that he makes. It does not mean to say that he's not brilliant. So that would be a sum or fallacy. I would call that a sum or fallacy, or only cause fallacy. The team is a strong team. If the team were not strong, we would not be able to mend fences to the extent. We will not be able to mend fences to the extent that we have our border guys at the border. We have a palaver hut, which they are using for guard posts. 3, we have our flag has returned to its status. It's hosted. 4, the Guinean guard post has been demolished. Is that not good enough to prove that we're making some gain? I think those steps are very, 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 very good. And I know in due time the government will be telling the Liberian people what are some of the steps, the positive steps that it has made, the gain it has made. Apart from the fact that they want to go to Arche. And the purpose of going to Arche, in my own mind, is to cement once and for all this situation of reawakening a dead body, scratching the old soul, just for some other reason, so it can be dead once and for all. The question in my mind is, why then contest? Because when Toure died, a military officer took over. Why didn't he clean border? Why? And the man who was overthrown by Damaj Mamadi, why didn't he exert his authority and say, well, look here, President Bouaka, you got my land? He didn't, because I think he understands. And the information has been documented that border business that brought that water Makona that brought the problem should not have brought any problem if our people had diligently behaved themselves. And I say that. And the chief knows me for that. The Ministry of Alliance and Mine, the local government minister should be held accountable. They should not be left alone. If, as alleged, the business was for the Minister of Lines, not Lines and Mine, but Interior Department or local government. If the business was his, we should have exercised maximum due diligence to know that the body of water is like a baby that is for a black man and an Indian man. You cannot wholly take upon that baby and you want to just take the baby and carry the baby to Liberia. No, you got to talk to the father. We should not have done anything on that water without the acquiescence of the Guinean government. And so I think we are on a good track. We're on a good track. The train is moving as it should move. At the end of the day, from our course, there'll be something substantial that we will receive. More than that, the strategy could be deployed around the Mano River Union, the ECOWAS, the AU, and the United Nations. We now have a seat at the United Nations, though we have no veto power. But the fact that we are there, the case could be brought up. Just as Ghana just recently talked about a case that did to the 1800s about the transatlantic trade. And the UN, though it is not a binding resolution, it's a non-binding resolution, the UN has accepted it in principle. So I think the government has a strong team. There will be some political hiccups here, there, and Yana. Well, let us be assured that at the end of the day, the government will win. It's all about country. It's about country, and we will win. Have we paused?
We are still live. We're on.
Oh, because I thought you are close to the studio.
No, I'm still here with you guys. I'll be up to 1 o'clock. So it's Mr. Ra who left the line, so I think he's trying to come back.
So Mr. Wright is off. I see Mr. Nubo is now on.
Mr. Nubo.
Mr. Nubo is on. Mr. Nubo is on.
Oh. Fred, the veteran, are you there?
The veteran ran away. He cannot withstand the heat. even Archie was soon run away.
Why you think so?
Because they cannot withstand the heat. Yo. So we here. Mr. Archie, are you still around?
Mr. Wright dropped the line, so Elaine trying to come back.
So, Alex, you need a pinch hit for Archie and Mr. Smith.
Come again?
You need to take their role. Pinch hit for them. I'm speaking American football English.
Let me see what I can do.
Yeah. So if you don't have anything to say, we can wind the whole show down.
So I think Mr. Ulu, you can wind the show down now.
Yes.
All right.
The main people run away.
All right. So tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Let me write it back.
Who back?
Archie White. You're sorry, my people. You're sorry. I'm having difficulties today. So
What difficulty? You pay your internet bill?
No, I did.
That why you got difficulties in America?
No, I was walking my puppy while we're talking and my phone went dead.
In a trench.
Yeah, so I had to run back over the side.
Mine dies too.
So I think we beat on the border issue a lot. I want to move on to another topic. Probably you guys may have seen today. Yeah, we still got another 30 minutes to go.
Okay, go ahead.
you guys were closing out?
Yeah, we're closing out.
Oh, we are Mr. Ulu to close up.
Okay, another 30 minutes, my boy. I beg you. This is very important. Trust me, it will worth your time. The 30 minutes will worth your time. Trust me. So today, the president convened. I think the news was his second cabinet meeting of the year. Yes, second cabinet meeting of the year. And in that meeting, this will interest you, Mr. Nippet, because here's why I think so. Because you come across as a supporter of the broadcast administration. That's my feeling. I could be wrong. But in that meeting, he said something that really struck me. And I like to think that, Mr. Nubo, I like to think that there are people that are spying on, I beg to differ. They're spying on us. Because everything that Mr. Brecker said in that meeting today is what we've been saying on this show. That we don't need to reinvent the wheels when it comes to how we manage our mineral resources. Why? Because we already have the Sahel region. The Sahel region has taught Africa how to deal with the process of managing its resources. This colonial arrangement of people come and bring 25 million and we give them $1 billion worth of mining concession, sometimes 4-5 billion, you know, and then they turn that same money around and they say, oh, we investing in your no. That is a lie. Basically, we look at your initial investment. What are you putting in there? Because the rest of it, you are reinvesting in the money. That's what we call return earning. You're putting it back into the business. So that is not your money. That is our money you're putting back into the business. But interestingly today, Mr. Bucker said, a lot of things he said, and I want to repeat it so you guys can come in. He said, one, if they're mining stuff under your soil and you don't know what they're mining, you can never benefit from it. I am saying it verbatimly. And then he said, when the people go mine the ore, they take the tape from there. We don't know whether that the ore they're taking or other stuff that they're taking from there. We don't know that. And then he said, we must train a lot of our people to do this kind of work. But then he capped it up by saying, we know already how other people are using the mineral resources wisely, and they are benefiting from it. But those of us that were watching, we knew who he was referring to. He was referring to the Sahel region, Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger. These are the countries he was referring to. And he said, we don't have to reinvent the wheel. We just got to do exactly what those countries are doing so that we can benefit. And so I want to go around the table now. I will come to you last, Mr. Nick, because, like I said, I know where you stand on this issue. So let me start with Veteran Smith. Veteran Smith. Are you with us? Okay. Mr. Nubo, let's come to you. Is Mr. Nubo going to?
Apparently he's sleeping.
Okay. Let's come to you, Mr. Nubo. You must be on the show today. Let me come to you. Give us your take on this. Is Mr. Boycott ready now to put his foot down? Because many of us blame him that he did not put his foot down in so many of the other agreements. But he said most of the agreement that he did with now, these are agreements that he met there. But he's gonna do his work to change them. But I want to get your take on this.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think we have a leader in the person of President Barker. President Barker has a vast knowledge of administration, governance, and now he sits at the apex of our country as the president. There's a saying that when you find a big man in the town say, I'm about to change certain things, he has his hands on the pulse of changing those things. And I'm sure that one of the things that he wants to do is to revisit all of those concession agreements. If I understood you very well, that when you're sitting somewhere, you give the people something to do or to mine, you don't know what is on the place. And if you say they're mining sand, you don't know sand being silicon, whether they are mining other mineral below that sand bed. Is he right? Yes. Can he do it? Yes. Should he do it? Yes. Is it appropriate for him to start revisiting the Metal Steel project? Yes. BH Billiton? Yes. Those agreements that are sea related, where some areas are being sold to mine hydrocarbon, yes, he should revisit those. I think he's on course to revisit all of the various agreements in the window of time he has left on his hands to reposition Liberia such that the child that is born today and has to reach 50 years will have a mountain, like the Putu Mountain will be there. Like other places where we have mineral resources will be there. Because after we pass away, Liberia must continue to make progress. Liberia needs to transition from what the current status to a developed instead of underdeveloped. In Liberia, all of these concession agreements, how many skyscrapers do we have? None. The only one that we have is in a very, very, very dilapidated condition. It sits up there on Snapper Hill, the Ducal Palace Hotel. And if you brought that building down on the flat plane, you'll find out that it is not even a skyscraper or a building to be proud of. Do we need some new buildings? Yes, we need it. And I must thank the president because I understand the president is trying to do some modern road construction, such that we give us give Liberia a new facelift. It's long overdue since 1847. 1957, Ghana gained independence. Ghana looked more beautiful than the country that became state in 1847. So I think he has come to realize that the country needs a facelift. All concessions agreements have to be reviewed, must be reviewed in the interest of Liberia. And that will be my take on it.
Okay, but Mr. Nippy, let me bring the other angle here. I want to come from the angle of the skeptics. They say when your Christmas will be good, you will know from the east. I don't exclude myself from this because I was not even part and parcel. I was at the core of the rescue train. I was at the core of the rescue train, and we made these arguments that many of the concession agreements were completely lopsided, and they needed to be reviewed, and we needed to do it like yesterday.
No, that love me.
They have to be fixed immediately when we come to power. Mr. Nippy is going 3 years now. We're in the 3rd year of the rescue mission. Now one of the concession agreement has been reviewed. Now one has been restructured. So what would give the people the confidence that what Mr. Burkhardt is saying now will hold any water?
Well, the confidence could be that he has said it. You don't want to say something and you renege on what you have said.
But like I said, we said this during the election. We said that in 2023. This is what the Liberian people brought us on board.
We understand. But everything has time. Everything has time under this sun. You cannot say something now and then you come and take over from a government that have messed up everything. You got to understand the country was in a state of disrepair. Serious disrepair. Stealing from the top to the bottom. Young boys who never had homes We're building horses cost more than $300,000 to $1 million. Men who have worked for years in that country and they don't have a bank account of $2,000. Young boys can have millions of dollars in their account. You know that. And I must be fast on the point that the finance minister, for instance, I think he's been marched through the corridors of the court to let us know exactly how he gained his wealth. The $25 million mopping exercise, the $16 billion Liberian dollars. So the country was left in a complete, acute state of disrepair. I've seen some of the people who visited the embassy while I was there and didn't have a house. They're living in mansions, so to speak. They're living in mansions, so to speak. While their neighbors got a huge generator and their neighbor got no current. So he had to tackle with those things. What? Because the first thing when you enter in a position as a manager, you want to say, what happened here? What happened here? What can I do here? Why am I here? You ask yourself those critical questions. That's why in every administration, if I were managing an office in a public corporation, and I was leaving to go to another post, the first thing I will do at the end of the day, I will audit my office, my tenure, have somebody come and audit my tenure. Then I will leave a post report indicating, as of this point to this point, this is what I did. This point to this point, I did this other one. That point to where I am leaving, this is where I have this office. So the guy who comes in will not have to worry because he has a post report on his desk. And these are, what is the TRO of this office? These are the TRO of the office. Perhaps that most of the people in the federal government had never ever worked at the free port of Liberia to say they were tally clerks. And you talk to kind of people that you put them in government. None of them had a managerial experience, and they were there running our government. None of them have had a high-grade position, but then they were there running our government, leading the country into the death of disrepair. So like you have a well with clean water, but you give the well to somebody else and they all they do that they pour trash in there. So when you come, you got to clean the well. You got to chlorinate the well so it can be something that the people can drink and be alive. So I think that's what Bwaka is doing. Is he infallible? No, he is a fallible being. Could he have reneged on some of his promises? Of course, yes. Could he have also seen the need to revisit the promises that he made, which tentatively he had reneged on with the view of correcting those promises? I think that's the course of action that he is taking. He is taking the course of action, as you rightly said, from the conduct of his meeting. You don't know what happened. Now, it presupposes, therefore, since it is he who's sitting on this hot seat and looking under the seat and seeing part of trash under the seat, he is trying to move those trash. That's why he said, when you give somebody a concession agreement to mine somewhere, you don't know whether they are taking gold, they are taking uranium, they are taking bauxite, and all this about said they are mining iron ore. It happened with LMC. I'll go back to that story because it is important to draw that into this conversation.
Okay.
LMC comes in on the heels of President Totman.
What is LMC, first of all? Mr. Napier, what is LMC?
Liberia Mining Company.
Okay, great.
in Bombay Hills. And you had a management associate in Mano River. I don't know whether you remember anything like a no-way camp.
No.
Where there was a disaster or pile of or residual ore that when the water came, the water undermined and it killed more than 200 more persons.
Is it the landslide?
What did Liberia get from that?
Was that considered? Isn't that a landslide I'm talking about?
Yes, the No-Way Camp massacre.
Yes. Okay, I heard about it. Yes.
Okay. What did Liberia get? That was during the Turbos administration. The LMC, the Liberian Mining Company, was one general. I forgot his name. He was the proponent of the idea, and the one who was the managing director for LMC, Liberian Mining Company. They were the one that built the railroad track from Bombing Hills across Buswa Island, coming through Douala and up to and including the Freeport area. They were paying 10 cents on a ton of iron ore. 10 cents. Can you imagine that? 10 cents on a ton of iron ore. Bung mines the same. I think Bung mine was either between 10 and 30 cents per ton of iron ore. What did we get? Nothing. The same with Lamco, which is now being operated by an Indian billionaire.
Yeah.
Which is being operated by an Indian billionaire. And it beats my imagination that the legislators were prone or had seen the need to extend that contract to a lifetime of 50 years.
Yes.
I don't understand the rationale.
No one does.
I don't understand why. For an Indian businessman, Mittal Steel, to be given 50 years of my grandson's life, my granddaughter's life, when my grandson is 50 years or yours or any other person, that mountain will have been depleted.
Completely.
What do they have? And then we have the ore blocks are being sold. You know what happened in the last government? What happened there, Nicole?
Yeah. Nicole, yeah.
It was something like a turnaround kind of business. I sell it to you, right? Then you sell it to another person.
The Liberian man called it right back.
Now it's like I will use the basketball or the football metaphor. The basketball metaphor is when I push it to you, I send the ball to you, send it right back to me for me to make the basket. The football is you hit the ball at the wall, no matter what kind of speed I wish you hit that ball, it comes right back at you.
Yeah.
Now, what am I using these two metaphors? I'm using these two metaphors to describe a scenario. At the end of the day, whatever Liberia does, nothing comes back to Liberia. It should be a reverse game. It should be something on a return, but it doesn't happen that way.
It does not. Yeah.
And because it doesn't happen that way, I think he has begun to question himself. Why am I doing these things here? These people are not telling me the truth. It's a water that I reconfigure all of these contracts. I think he would be doing well if he did those things. It's hard time that he does them.
Okay, in the last 8 minutes that we have, let me ask you this question then.
Please do.
Where would you recommend that he start? Is it with King Jaw? Because we know King Jaw that the Turkish company there, B Mountain, they are taking the record shows that they have billions of gold. Right, in dollar terms. Should that be the first place he starts, or should he start with ArcelorMittal that is in its current second MBA?
I think we can be eating dumbo or fufu and be talking at the same time.
Okay.
We can be eating dumbo and fufu, and that's why we go to the dinner. And when you go to the dinner, the food can be even more, and you still talking those things. He can have a simultaneous approach because this is about his legacy.
Right.
If I were around him, I would tell him, and he knows the kind of person I am because we worked together before at LPMC, and I told him the truth. I wish you would be listening to some of these things that we say on I Beg to Differ.
Yep.
I am in his corner. And not because he will make errors. I say, no, to disparage him. I will never disparage anybody who leads my country, because to do that is disrespect to that office.
Right.
And to the individual. It's like an elderly man, you disparage the elderly man, you disrespect the man. Whether he's your father or he's not your father, because he's sitting in a particular office, and then you disparage him. No, I will not do that. But I think he can simultaneously attack those areas, attack BH Billiton, attack the Turkish company, attack Meter Steel, especially that Meter Steel, that Indian man, to be given 50 years of your life, and other, the children born in JFK now, what will they have? What benefit will be accrued to them? What benefit? When they have turned 50, nothing will be there. Before they can reach to 25, the mountain be, the contract be, all of the old will be gone.
Yep.
And the reason why I'm stressing on Meter Steel, in that contract, if you go into that contract, you come to realize they should have built a university in Grand Bassa County, because I think the government wanted to decentralize these universities here.
Yes, they do.
And it makes sense to decentralize the universities, not to overwhelm the University of Liberia and the few other universities that have just come out in a couple of years. So they were in that contract. They were supposed to Bay Hospital. They were supposed to Bay University. Where are they? And I don't know whether you went to Buchanan before.
I did.
All right. Along where you have the port, there's a place that we call Fanti Town.
Yeah.
Fanti Town used to be.
You wrote it now about.
Okay. So Mr. Mittel or Mittel Steve, in good conscience, meant something well about Liberia's development. He will go to the Dutch people to Holland. Because when I went to study in Egypt, I saw what they did there. They took the sea. The sea is way there, and they have recreational spaces along the ocean. It's so beautiful, so magnificent. Fanti Town will be like that. And all of those coconut trees that are there today on Atlantic Street would not have been there. But Meter Steel is making his billions. And legislators, I hope that I go there, they'll call me for contempt, and then I go to the Capitol building. And I will tell them, you're wrong. You're wrong. It should not be like Canada say, not what my country, I can exploit my country can do for me, but what can I do for my country? That should be the mantra to exist in Liberia. Not what I can do. Not what my country can do for me, but what I, as an individual. Because it's like your mother and your father. Your mother and father put you to school for your childhood, they put you up, and then you grow up and you start disrespecting them, you start doing things that are not wholesome. So that's what Kennedy was saying. Not what your mother can do for you or your father can do for you, but what can you do for your mother and your father? What can you do for Liberia?
True.
So simultaneously, you can visit BH Billiton that say the king to Maypalm oil and Maypalm oil in the place that they're not doing anything. The Turkish company, he can build them, because I went to Liberia when my sister died, and I had the opportunity to go down to Clay, where I also went to school when I was doing my formation day. And the tire, we had 2 flat tires on the road. Why? The corridor of passage was completely non-standard. But these huge trucks were just bouncing and going, coming, going, coming.
Yes.
One of them almost put us into the ditch.
Yes.
As the driver tried to swerve off the road so that we could not have died, the tire punctured. So I said to our tire puncture, I said, thank God the tire punctured. We would have been dead had the guy come into a head-on collision. So the question is, yeah, that is what would have happened. The guy would have come onto a head-on collision. So what am I saying? I am saying to my president under the sound of my voice, and the people of Monrovia, people of Liberia, who are under the sound of my voice, in the benefit of all of us, it makes sense. It makes sense that the president has called his cabinet and is telling them, at the end of the day, they road will choke me. And I am the one to be blamed. Because I don't know the contracts we're giving these people here, whether they're not taking gold instead of iron ore. Some of the people who say doing logging business. And let me come on to that point as well. You know, we have, Liberia is so blessed. Liberia is blessed. Liberia is blessed and uniquely situated in a place of blessing. All of our trees could be harnessed.
Mr. Nepe.
Yes, sir.
Can I have you close in 2 minutes because we just hit the clock?
All right. All of our trees could be harnessed, and what do we do? Add value to them. Make furniture right in Liberia.
That's that game.
All the rubber that we're exporting, what could we do? Call BF Gurus to come to the table and start making
Mr. Nepe, Mr. Nepe, you talk about furniture. I want to just add this a little bit. In Grand Gedeh, we have, you heard about the mahogany, right? The very expensive wood, the red wood. These people came there and harvested the mahogany wood, the very deep red wood, the one they're not even polished, just raw in the steak. When you see it, you just bow to it. You want to kiss the wood. People take that thing out of that country for penny on a dollar. That's how much we give away our own resources. But I just want to sit down as you talk about furniture.
Yeah. So I think the president has looked at the entire plane of governance, especially what should be accrued to the Liberian people in terms of the revitalization of the economy. He sees that the Liberian dollar is something like $150 to a US dollar, or maybe $200 to a US dollar. He wants to reverse that to a pre-war exchange rate. So I will commend him, continue to commend him that he's on course and he should continue doing what he wants to do. But to complement that which he wants to do, he must be decisive and revisit all of the concession agreement with the view of canceling some of them or retooling them, reshaping them, redefining them in the best interest of Liberia. And I'd like to stop there and say thank you so much. It's been a wonderful day, and to those of you in the video audience, you hear what I say. Oh, if my honey then want to be all right, then what we got to do. Today, in the Slumber area, our flag up again. The water business is getting all right. The Guinea people, they went back to Guinea. The hot weather was in, the soldier was in. They break that hot down. Our people, the border people, not so yo, the border people build something there for them to be patrolling. And I saw them with my own 2 eyes, even though I was not there. So my people, the government doing well. And Guinea will not take our land. But when your power fighting, you got to be behind your power. When your power getting tired, you got to tell power fighting men here. But don't go you blow. Continue talking, let me talking until we can solve the problem. Then we'll talk again where the government want to go to Ivory Coast. We know we got 2 French countries in the Mano River business. We got Ivory Coast, we got Guinea, our friend, our brother. Then we got Sierra Leone and ourselves, Liberia. So they want to go to, our people want to go to Ivory Coast so they can sit down there and talk them flower here. So the flower can come by again. It can come by again because the flower was 2005, it came down to 2007 or 9, then it came to 2017, and now we're in 2026. We see the same problem come. But they play for us. So now be scared, and then we'll not shoot one firecracker before we say gun. Because we've been there before, we know how gun business is. So our president is doing well. He and his people, they're trying to talk their thing here. You know, when soul get on you, the soul can finish one day. But when you put good medicine there, the soul will finish. And that the good medicine, the president and his people, they try to put there. So we want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to all of y'all. Mr. David, Mr. Momo, Mr. Sunny, Mr. Koruba, Mr. Zeze. You don't be afraid. They play for your side. They play for your. You don't be afraid. My honey, don't be afraid. Man, all of my people, the Yana boys, the Pen people, all of y'all, the Wheeler Market people, you don't be afraid. We in Guinea will not go to war because our Madingo brother then in Liberia, the Fuda brother then in Liberia, they also in Guinea. They will not want to see Guinea come there and be killing them. So we got plenty of things to play with here so the power can be solved. I want to thank you all for listening to us and good night.
Oh my God. You are such an awesome man. Thank you. Mr. Nippes, such a valuable man. Thank you, sir. And we are very privileged to have you on A Beg to Differ, a 105.3 Top FM Liberia. At this time, we want to call it a night, sir. Thank you for being with us. Our listening audience, thanks to everybody. We'll see you back here tomorrow, same time, same station. Good night.
You shall always give a hand salute to the people of Liberia.
That's right, we do. Hand salute.
All right.
We do.
Bye-bye and good night, sir.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Good night.
All right, Mr. Ulu, take it away, sir. We're gone.